but I also love Julie for keeping
You want to know
healthy
the truth?
and keeping you living a long life.
It's
What?
thanks to her. It was at
I
first
know.
sight for me. First sight, I knew. That's
I
it.
know.
I know.
You tell that story a lot. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, she's a
All
special
right.
person. Thank you for having me on a Friday night, and I love you, all America. I'm so grateful for this country, and Mark, keep going. You and
You
just
too.
a select few are making this country better and keeping us on the right track. And
Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com. Tonight, your Coyotes celebrate their homecoming at the Wool Bowl, taking on the Panthers of Piedra Vista High. Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Bob Reed Pest Control, Trustmark Roofing, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Amigo Machinery, Central Valley Electric, Roswell Seed Company, Richland Motors, Big O Tires, Business Notions, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Zenith Security, E&MU Portales and E&MU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, So Easy Sewing, and Maze Lumber. Now, get ready for the action.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
E&MU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at E&MU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KEND Radio and KSVPTV.com, September 30th, 2022. I'm your host, Art Sandoval, and I'm here once again with Roswell High head football coach, Jeff Lynn. Good evening, Coach. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Coach, let's just get right down to the point. Let's recap a little bit of last week's game, Roswell versus Clovis. Tell me some of the highlights. Tell me some of the pros, cons. Just turn that over to you real quick.
You know, we played well. I mean, I felt like we played well in all three phases. I mean, you go out, score 50 points, and then you pitch a shutout. I mean, against a program that's historically been pretty good like that. I mean, you can't. There's nothing really to complain about. Special teams were a highlight again. Blocked a punt, really kind of got us going. And then just offensively, defensively, we took care of business. Clovis is a little bit down, and Coach McGraw is going to do a good job getting that turned around. But, they just really went up there and just took care of business. They did what we needed them to do.
Coach, I was gone last week. I was actually in Colorado. But tell me a little bit about the defense. The community is talking about Roswell High defense. What's so powerful about Coach Bolaños and your ball players?
It's interesting because, they're not big. There's just a bunch of guys over there. They're all about 5'8", 175 pounds. Of course, we've got a little bit bigger defensive linemen in there, but they're not huge either. I mean, I think the biggest thing is the way they prepare, the way they prepare during the week. And then they're extremely physical and they communicate well. And Coach Bolaños and Coach Fresquez and Coach Avalos and Coach Lovato, they've really got those kids playing well. I just think, they're physical, they're fast, and they do the things necessary during the week.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, and KEND Radio, and KSVPTV.com. Tell me how the quarterback
30th,
position went. 2022. I'm your host, Art Sandoval, and I'm here once again with Roswell High head football coach, Jeff Lynn. Good evening, Coach. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Coach, let's just get right down to the point. Let's recap a little bit of last week's game, Roswell versus Clovis. Tell me some of the highlights. Tell me some of the pros, cons. Just turn that over to you real quick.
We played well. I mean, I felt like we played well in all three phases. I mean, you go out, score 50 points, and then you pitch a shutout. I mean, against a a program that's historically been pretty good like that. I mean, you can't. There's nothing really to complain about. Special teams were a highlight again. Blocked a punt, really kind of got us going. And then just offensively, defensively, we took care of business. Clovis is a little bit down, and Coach McGraw is going to do a good job getting that turned around. But, they just really went up there and just took care of business. They did what we needed them to do.
Coach, I was gone last week. I was actually in Colorado. But tell me a little bit about the defense. The community is talking about Roswell High defense. What's so powerful about Coach Bolaños and your ball players?
It's interesting because, they're not big. There's just a bunch of guys over there. They're all about 5'8", 175 pounds. Of course, we've got a little bit bigger defensive linemen in there, but they're not huge either. I mean, I think the biggest thing is the way they prepare, the way they prepare during the week. And then they're extremely physical, and they communicate well. And Coach Bolaños and Coach Fresquez and Coach Avalos and Coach Lovato, they've really got those kids playing well. I just think they're physical, they're fast, and they do the things necessary during the week to be good, and it's showing up on the field.
Offensively, tell me how the quarterback position went.
Good. I mean, Manny threw the ball well. We didn't ask him to do a whole lot. I mean, he handed the ball off most of the night, and I think he was maybe 8 of 9 or something like that passing. But did a good job. He continues to improve, and I was really proud of our offensive line. We gave our offensive line Player of the Week. Those kids, we've had Remy Villa go out with a broken foot. He was kind of the leader of that group, so we had to play some kids that haven't played a whole lot, and I really thought they stepped up and played well. So just a good team win at Clovis. Went down there and took care of business, and looking forward to this one.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations on the win last week in Clovis. Tonight, 1 versus 2, 6-0 Panthers, 5-1 Coyotes. Man, I tell you what, this is going to be the New Mexico game of the week. Talk to me about that, Coach.
That's funny. We talked about that a little bit. It's a big game, but that's what we do at Roswell High. That's in our DNA. That's who we are. I mean, we're going to play the number 1 team tonight, and then in 2 weeks we're going to play the number 3 team, and then 4 weeks we're going to play the number 4 team, and then in 5 weeks we're going to play the number 5 team. So, I mean, this is who we are. This is what we've built this program to be. For nights like tonight, we're super excited. It's homecoming. There should be a big crowd there.
Right.
We're just fired up, man. I mean, this is why we lift all those weights in February and March and May, and this is why we do the things we do for nights like tonight. So kids are fired up. I'm fired up. Should be fun.
Offensively, what is Piedra Vista actually running?
They're kind of like us a little bit. I mean, they base out of under center, wing slot. They're kind of an option team. They're a veer team. They'll run some midline option. They'll run some veer option, but they'll also break that and they'll get into trips and throw the ball a little bit. Their starting quarterback is the coach's son. His name's Logan Howell. Jared Howell's the head coach there, and great guy. I'm real good friends with their offensive coordinator Kevin Worth. Those are some of the good people in high school athletics here in New Mexico. Kevin.
Yep.
And
real well.
Just good people. But offensively, they're going to try to cram the ball down our throat, and then when we start creeping a little bit, they'll try to throw the ball over the top of us. Just a good, solid offense with a good quarterback running the show. Defensively
for Piedra Vista, what are they going to run up front?
They're an Okie team. They're a 3-4 team or whatever you want to call it. They're very sound. I think Coach Howell calls the defense and Coach Worth calls the offense, but they're very sound defensively. Okay. They've been playing this same look. We've played Piedra Vista over the years. In the 10 years I've been here, we've played them a lot, and it's always the same thing. But the thing that's tough about it is they don't give you anything. You're going to have to earn everything. They're well coached and they're in position and they're lined up right, and so we're going to have to earn everything we get. So it should be a fun one from that standpoint.
How was your week of practice this week, Coach?
Good week of practice. It's kind of getting to a little bit to the grind a little bit. We've been doing this for a while. Next week we have our bye, so we're going to give the kids off some time. But good week of practice, and super excited for these kids.
So, I'm glad you mentioned about the bye. So you're playing the number 1 team in the state. Roswell High's number 2. Rankings don't really mean too much at this point. But talk to me about the question was asked to me, and I said, I'll find out from you. But talk to me about the off week. How's that going to prepare you going into district? Is it a lot of people think it's a positive. Some people think it's a negative. In your opinion, Coach, what do you think it might be?
I think it is what it is. I mean, everybody's got a bye. Our whole district will have a bye. So, I mean, how we handle that will dictate how well we do. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I think it's important for us. I mean, we've played a rough schedule, and we've got some kids banged up. And so, hopefully we get through tonight okay. But I think it's really important that we heal up from some of this injuries and get some people back.
Absolutely.
It's important that we keep our conditioning. I mean, we just can't take the week off and eat Takis and play video games. I mean, we've got to continue to work on our fitness and staying in shape. And then we've got to, from this point on, so tonight's the end of the preseason.
Right.
I mean, so we got our bye, and then we've got, 3 games to a district championship. And then hopefully we take care of business in district, and we have another bye, and then we've got 3 games to a state championship. So that's the kind of way we're looking at it. So it's going to be important for us to prepare for that district season. Right. Number 1, get healthy, do some self-scouting, figure out.
See $35 worth permitted. See store for details.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Zenith Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Zenith Security Services today. 575-626-3521. 575-626-3521.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roswell High School football. It is September 30th, 2022. Art Sandwell, Kelly McDonald, live on KSVPTV.com, KEND Radio at 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM. 1 versus 2 tonight as the Piedra Vista Panthers from the Farmington area, currently coached by Jared Howell, 6-0, ranked number 1 in the 5A classification and ranked 5th overall in all classifications, will be taking on the number 2 ranked Coyotes, coached by Jeff Lynn, and overall record of 5-1. And Roswell Coyotes ranked 9th overall in all classifications. Tell you what, we're here. It's nice 77 degrees in the All-American City. We're about to have a contest that, let's just put it this way, Coach. It is New Mexico game of the week.
Well, and it should be because, I'm looking at the schedule across all classifications, and there's not a better matchup, and there's not going to be a better football game than we have tonight, in my opinion. This is the classic kind of mid-season, number 1 versus number 2, to kind of see where you are for both teams, and should be a good one.
Yeah, very, very excited here. We're just moments away, probably in about 3 minutes or so, we'll begin kickoff. It is homecoming here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell. A lot of people think that 1 versus 2 usually don't happen like that on a homecoming day, but guess what? It's happening here in Roswell, and the fireworks are about to begin. It's going to be a bloody mess tonight, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you what. Coach Lynn doesn't care if it's homecoming or Groundhog Day or anything else. He's going to schedule the toughest teams available to him, and he's not looking for a cupcake for homecoming to make sure they get a W. This is typical of Coach Lynn. He's got the number 1 team in the state in here for homecoming, and it'll just make it that much sweeter if he can come away with the victory. The Coyotes did win the toss, and they deferred to the second half, so we will see new kickoff specialist Zy Carrasco out there, I assume, to kick off to the Panthers. And I'm pretty happy, actually, that the defense is going to be on the field first.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. During the pregame, if you're just now tuning in on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KND Radio, the pregame with Coach Lynn, he's extremely excited. He's been excited all day. We did talk early this morning. We talked at lunchtime, talked during the homecoming ceremonies, the pep assembly, and then, of course, pregame. He's excited. His players are ready to rock and roll. The city of Roswell's excited. 1 versus 2. Winner of this will either, if it's Piedra Vista, will keep the 1 seed. Roswell High wins. I'd imagine they'll jump to 1, and Piedra Vista maybe jumps to 2 or 3. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about rankings throughout the contest, not only just in the 5A classifications, but we'll also talk New Mexico Max Preps and getting ready to rock and roll. The Coyotes are taking the field, as Coach McDonald referenced. The Coyotes did win the toss. They will defer to the second half. Piedra Vista will return. They will be returning from the north going to the south, and trying to see right here the name of the game right now. It is going to be the quarterback, number 2, Logan Howell, the 6'2 senior, and we're getting ready to rock and roll.
All right, we have Zy Carrasco on the tee here, and he's set to kick it off. We'll see what the Coyotes do. I expect they'll kick it deep with Zy. He has had a little bit of trouble keeping the ball on the field between the lines. It's going to be a squib to start things off. And it's going to mean pretty decent field position for Piedra Vista to start the game. As not much of a return, but not a very deep kickoff either. Tackle is made by Connor Nichols, the special teams ace. And this tough Coyote defense is on the field first.
Sounds good. We didn't get a chance to talk about the offensive defense starting lineups, but we'll do that here in just a moment. 1st and 10 from the 40 is going to be Logan Howell, the quarterback. Very similar offensively as the Coyotes.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of similar formations.
It's going to be handed off right off the bat, and look at that defense. Coach Lynn did reference in the pregame interview that, the defense had been the name of the game for the Roswell Coyotes this year.
Well, he has praised that defense, as George Chavez is probably the leading tackler on that play, as Piedra Vista just picks up 2 there. But PV's kind of like us. They'll take those short little running plays as long as they can maintain the football and move the chains. So we'll see who does it better tonight.
Empty set for the Piedra Vista Panthers. It is going to be Hal, the only back in the backfield. There is a short pass to number 24. He's still on his feet, and he is going to be down, maybe a gain of 1 or so. But that running back was Dax Vigil, the 6' senior.
For the Panthers, number 24, Dax Vigil on the carry.
Yeah, and he's, I think, more primarily a defensive player, so that's an interesting play call. Just nets him 1 yard, and I believe it was West Gallegos out in the end involved in that tackle, and brings up 3rd and long early here for
It is going to be 3rd and 7 now, and again, they're going to go quads. It's going to be an empty set, quads down to the bottom here, going to the west side of the field, and it's going to be Hal rolling out. He has a number 7. It looks like number 7, Jacob Ramstead, out in the flats. He is going to be caught, but it's going to be 4th down and about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, call it, I think, right at 2 with that spot. And looks like it's going to be a punt here. And tackle made by Vernon Molinar, leading tackler for this Coyote defense. And looks like they're going to have the short punt formation here. They've had trouble with special team snaps this year. Let's see how they do. They do get the Coyotes to jump nearly.
Isaac Loya about the 15, 16-yard line, and we'll see what happens here.
They're not going to snap it, are they?
No, they're going to go. That's exactly what I expected.
And they're not going to get it.
And it's going to be not even close.
Robert Truex and others there sniff out the fake punt attempt. And that's a turnover for the Coyotes. And that's a great start. And I'm sure glad the defense started that way.
So Coach McDonald here in just a moment. We were talking, well, we didn't get a chance to really talk at pregame, you and I. We did have the pregame interview with Coach Lynn. But one of the things we'll talk about after this play here is going to be 1st and 10 from the 48 for the Roswell Coyotes. We'll call it left hash for the most part. It's going to be Manny Fuentes. Manny Fuentes has been fantastic this year. He will be in pistol formation, 2 inches to the top, and waiting for everybody to get set. And there they are. Quick pass. It's going to be a hitch over to, I think it's Weathersby, and he's on his feet, and it's going to be close to a 1st down. And what a job, Weathersby.
Yeah, about 9 yards on that. And Weathersby has been the big play receiver for the Coyotes this year for sure. And he starts it off for the Coyotes on offense here. This will be a running play, probably to Bryce Sanchez.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they air it out right here. There it is, and it's going to be an automatic first down, and that's going to be to number 2, Sebastian Mendoza. And it's going to be a first down for the Roswell Coyotes. Coach McDonald, in order for the Roswell Coyotes to be successful tonight, 1 versus 2, in your opinion, sir, what do you think the Roswell Coyotes have to focus on offensively to be successful?
Well, I think they need to be balanced. Not just running the football, not just passing the football. They need to do both to keep that defense honest, and they obviously have the tools to do it.
There's Fuentes. He's going to hand it off to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez is going nowhere. It's going to be second down and about 10. And, again, this is just what you were talking about. They want a balanced offense. Defense for the Piedra Vista Panthers. We're going to run about a 3 or 4 man front. And I'm going to be a bit surprised if Coach Lynn goes out in the air quite a bit this game.
Well, and that's fine to do it. He's got, like I said, he's got the weapons to do it. And do we have a hurt player?
Well, while there's a hurt player on the field, it looks like it's a Roswell Coyote. Athletic training staff is going out to see what's going on. But, Coach, right here, let's do this. While the training unit is on the field checking on the injured Coyotes.
Yeah, I'll look for the number. You can do that.
We're going to do the offense, the Coyotes starting offense. We're going to start from left to right. Wide receiver, the 5'10", 140-pound juniors, Manny Segala. He's wearing jersey number 20. Number 76 is Remy Villa. Playing left tackle, he stands at 6 foot, 255-pound senior. And then, of course, you can't forget about Jesus Campos, the number 79. He playing left guard, 5'9", 300-pound senior. And then Lucius Moore, the center, 5'10", 220-pound senior. And then number 72 is Jesus Gutierrez, right guard, 5'8", 185-pound junior. And then Rico Lujan, wearing number 74, playing right tackle, 5'8", 210-pound junior. And then Malachi Mitchell stands at 5'11", 175-pound junior, playing tight end, and number 12. Running backs this evening is going to be number 22, Bryce Sanchez, Sebastian Mendoza, and Giovanni Apodaca. And then, of course, the quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes is number 8, the 5'11", 6 foot, 175, 180, Manny Fuentes. And I think that's Campos, if I'm not mistaken, number 55.
I have Ramon Zamudio.
Well, let's see, is that a 65?
I think it's 65.
It is
so
65.
Ramon is a
junior defensive tackle.
Yeah, he must have been out there just getting some reps on the O-line. So that's interesting. I didn't expect that.
All right, sounds good. It's 2nd and 10 from the 33. We'll give you an update here in just a moment. Twins to the top. Pistol formation for the Roswell Coyotes. Manny Fuentes leading the Roswell Coyotes. Will hand it off once again, and there is Bryce Sanchez, and he is like a bull. It will be first down and possibly a little more. So good run by Bryce Sanchez. That's going to be a Coyote first down.
13 yards there when he needed 10, and that's that balance. 2 passes, 2 runs, 2 first downs. That's exactly what you want from this offense tonight.
Twins to the top once again, 1st and 10 from the 20, right hash. And here comes Fuentes again. 3-man front defensively for the Piedra Vista Panthers. Quick hitch pass. And what a hit it is by number 82. And I believe, Coach, that is going to be Jacob Schroeder, excuse me.
And we'll see where they spot that. Looks like just
Jacob Schroeder.
2-yard loss, I guess we'll say.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down. Check that. Loss of a pair. 2nd down 12.
Well, we're homecoming night here at Roswell, New Mexico. In Roswell, New Mexico, I beg your pardon. Just trying to see at the 10th there. We'll get information on the injured Roswell Coyote. Of course, he was helped off the field. And looks like Lisa is taking a look at him at this time.
Is there another player injured? I'm confused as to what we're doing, holding up here.
Well, I'm not real sure. It looks like I see maybe there's confusion there where they're making a substitution. It'll look like number 73. That's Elijah Jacobs coming in for the Roswell Coyotes, and I think there was just maybe some miscommunication there. But anyway, there's the white hat. The whistle is blown. The clock will run 0-0 here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. And there's something going on there, so I'm not real sure.
Yeah, Jesus Gutierrez came off the field. So I don't know. Why. It looks like the officials made him come off the field for some reason.
Maybe so. 2nd and 12 from the 22 now. There is Fuentes. Play action. And there's a pass caught by number 12, and that is going to be Malachi Mitchell. And what a pass by Fuentes. Great job up front on the line. And it's going to be another Coyote first down, and the Coyotes threatening. It will be first and goal from the 2-yard line.
And that fake pitch to the right and then roll out to the left. And usually have somebody come open, and they sure did there.
Well, it looks like Manny Fuentes is going to call his own number, and let's see. It's going to be close, and waiting for the call from the officials.
Crowd imploring the officials or somebody to.
And they're going to say he did not get in. It's going to be inches. I mean, talking millimeters, Coach.
Yeah, still got to give him 2 yards on that carry there.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Fuentes calls his own number again.
Well, they're not going to mess with too much. You do have the big fullback in there.
Have motion, and there's Fuentes, and Fuentes is in for the touchdown.
No signal.
Well, from this area, he is in.
No, I don't think they're going to give it to him, or they would have by now.
Touchdown, Coyotes, and that's Manny Fuentes in for 6. Calls his own number from 1 yard out. So Roswell Coyotes strike first. 1 yard touchdown rush by Manny Fuentes. Fuentes now will be set to kick the PAT. And let's see if you got some reps over the weekend, Coach. Here it is. It's going to be Manny Fuentes. That's going to be up and good. Kyle's lead 7-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. You're listening and watching at 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
To Roswell High School. We're here at the Wool Bowl. Coyotes strike first, 7-0. On a 1 yard touchdown rush by Manny Fuentes. And then the PAT by Fuentes is up and good, 7-0. And now it looks like number 16, Zai Carrasco, will do the kicking for the Coyotes. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Beautiful night, about 77 degrees. Here in the All-American City. And there is the onside kick, and there is a starburst action there, and it looks like number 24 for Piedra Vista will run it back, and that is going to be Dax Vigil. We called his name tonight already.
Yeah, and that was just kind of the old fake starburst. The guy who got it went ahead and took it back himself. Unusual to see the starburst actually run on a squib kick like that.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an onside, the way it looked, and it really was just a squib kick.
Well, and they squib kick a lot.
First and 10 from the 37, 7-0 is the score, 6:47 remaining in this first quarter. And looks like they have a different quarterback in there. Looks like that, no, it is going to be a Logan Howell. And he's not going anywhere, but
just great pursuit there, and it looks like it's Vernon Molinar, and Molinar's leading this team in tackles, and that's saying something on this defense.
Coach, speaking of defense, the starting lineup for the Roswell Coyotes, number 24 is Wesley Gallegos, playing cornerback. Stands at 5'7", 150-pound junior, along with Eli Lynn. He's back. Played a little bit last week in Clovis, playing defensive end, 5'10", 200-pound junior, along with Sylvester Lomeli, defensive tackle. 5'9", 230 pounds, wearing number 75. Up front is number 71, Noah Lynn, defensive tackle, 6'1", 210. And then Robert Truex, along with Jeremiah Monreal, playing up front and cornerback for the Roswell Coyotes. It's going to be second down and 10. And not much there as the defense have another good pursuit and hold the offense of the Piedra Vista Panthers.
Yeah, George Chavez there with the initial hit. Didn't quite get him down, but slowed him up enough to allow just about a 3-yard gain. They're going to have another 3rd and long here.
Yeah, we'll be 3rd and 7. Vernon Molinar, as you mentioned, the Sam linebacker, along with Damien Casada, the Mike linebacker, and Jorge Chavez. Isaac Loya and Adrian Anaya will be playing the safety position for the Roswell Coyotes. 3rd and 7 from the 40, 5:40 remaining in this first quarter. Under center is Hal. Hal's going to take a shot, going deep, and has nobody. It will be incomplete and bring up another 4th down for the Piedra Vista Panthers.
So a 3 and out, and then a turnover and downs and with the fake punt, and then 3 and out for this defense. And it looks like Coyotes are going to get the ball back yet again. And it's going to be Isaac Loya back there, and he has already returned one for a touchdown this year. He's very dangerous. Let's see if he gets something to work with here.
Isaac Loya standing about the 25-yard line and almost blocked by Jorge Chavez. And here it is. Isaac Loya catches it, returns it on the 50, 45, 40. Down about the 32-yard line, and the Coyotes looking good here in this first quarter. And Isaac Loya gives the Roswell Coyotes, again, good field range.
Yeah, about a 40-yard return there. I didn't see exactly where he caught it, a little bit of an estimation, but about a 40-yard return for Isaac Loya. And the Coyotes are in business already here at the 33 of the number 1 seeded Panthers.
Well, you know, talking about the Panthers.
I was about to mention, partner, I hate to interrupt you there.
No,
I was
that's
about
all right.
to mention, hadn't had a penalty in the game yet, but there's the hold and a 10-yard penalty for the Coyotes. First one for either team.
Well, that's big, but still pretty decent field.
Yeah, it negates pretty much all the return, though.
It does.
And that's all right. It's still good field position, as you said. They're on their own 44, and judging by that first drive, they've had no problem moving the ball.
1st and 10 from the 44 now due to the penalty. It will be Coyote ball, pistol formation, Fuentes the quarterback. And here it is. It's going to be number 13, Josh Estrada, on the turn. He's on his feet, and the Coyotes will have another 1st down.
And about 13 yards on the pitch for Estrada, and that's a nice play. You got big Bryce Sanchez out there lead blocking for you. You can pick up some yards.
Estrada taking the ball into Panther territory down at the 44, and that's going to be good for another.
Well, Fuentes in the huddle, well, actually no huddle, kind of directing his offense now. I see Weathersby down here along with number 13 Estrada on top. I believe that's Segala. Pistol formation, Roswell 1st and 10 from the 44.
And look for a shot to Weathersby before, sooner rather than later here.
And there might be, no, it's going to be a handoff to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez with positive yardage.
We can give him 7 on that one. Good carry on 1st down. And this would be the down for a shot down the field. Maybe play action, maybe run that pitch, roll out, and see if you can get that ball up there and give Weathersby a chance.
Well, and you also have L.J. Macias at the top of the field, so
lots of targets. You got Estrada out there too.
Plenty of targets. You're exactly right, Coach. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 38. And there it is right here. It's going to be a quick pass over to Apodaca, and it will be another Coyote 1st down.
I'm going to give him 10 on that one.
Giovanni Apodaca around the left.
I love the fact that the Roswell Coyotes are utilizing all parts of the field, especially in the flat area here. I'm going to be a bit surprised if they try to go up to the, pass up the middle at 1st, 2nd, or 3rd level. And again, that could be with Weathersby or L.J. Macias, but we'll see what happens here on 1st and 10 from the 29.
Well, I like how he hasn't forced it. He's just staying with the game plan.
And Bryce Sanchez.
Yeah, tough yards there.
Maybe 1.
They're going to give him 2.
They're going to give him 2 yards. Okay.
And there's Bryce coming off the field here.
Okay, so on top, we have Weathersby here. Okay, there, speaking of Weathersby, there's the pass to Weathersby, back in the flats again. He's still on his feet, and it's going to be a completion. It's going to be a 3rd down now and about 2.
On the reception for the Coyotes, number 20.
Yeah, and that's a nice big target with good hands in Weathersby.
Okay, so we have Segala on top.
Here comes your
Weathersby out. This appears to be a run, but they can pass out of this formation.
And they're exactly right, Coach. There is the run, and it will be.
You got it.
Well, it should be
a first down, but let's see what the officials do.
Who's the ball carrier there?
Well, I think that was Apodaca, if I'm not mistaken. No, it is Hernandez.
All right.
Homecoming night here in Roswell. Roswell taking on the number 1 seed, Piedra Vista Panthers. Currently lead 7-0 with 3:07 remaining in the first quarter. Pistol formation for the Coyotes, right hash. And you have Segala. And then, of course, Mendoza, speed option to the left. And there it is to Christian Hernandez on his feet, down about the 10, 11-yard line. And the Coyotes, once again, Coach McDonald, threatening.
Yeah, about 8 yards for Fuentes there. And Fuentes is actually the player on this team who averages the most yards per carry. He doesn't get the amount of carries that Bryce does, but he's averaging nearly 10 yards a carry. So just another option, you know, that's lightning and thunder, you know.
So number 41, LJ Macias, is out along with Estrada. Pistol formation again, and here it is. Dropping back to pass is
tough.
Fuentes, and the pass was intended for Estrada, but it's going to be incomplete. Bring up a third down situation for the Coyotes.
And, Coach, I'm not crazy about that decision to throw that ball to Estrada there. He threw it into double coverage, had a tiny window to try to fit it in. Now, he did have the wherewithal there to get the ball where pretty much only Estrada could get it, but just go down as an incompletion and a 3rd and short, but there will be no field goal attempt if they don't get it here.
3rd and 2 from the 11. Pistol formation again, and here comes Fuentes. Fuentes audibly. There it is. And Bryce Sanchez, no, it's going to be Manny Fuentes calling his own number. He kind of lost it, gained control, and fell down, so it looked like he might have lost a couple yards.
Yeah, about 3. But as I said, they're not in the field goal business, I don't believe, with the regular kicker, Peyton Kennard, in a boot. So
yeah, a couple more weeks for him to see what happens. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5 now. This might help Fuentes as he rolls out, maybe fake a toss. Fake a toss to the left and roll out to the right. He has Macias along with Sebastian Mendoza. And here comes Fuentes in pistol formation. And their speed option, 118. There it is. Fuentes in trouble, and he is going to be down and sacked. And the Piedra Vista Panthers will take over on downs.
Yeah, play just never developed. It was, you know, I think it was that speed option, and it just kind of fell apart before it ever had a chance to develop. And the Coyotes will turn it over on downs, but Piedra Vista backed up to their own 19. So if you're going to turn it over on downs,
yes, sir,
that's not a bad place to do it.
Absolutely. This quarter really is flying. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. 7-0. The Coyotes do lead 1 versus 2. And Coyotes playing well offensively. Of course, that last possession, the Roswell Coyotes turned the ball over on downs. Here it is for the Piedra Vista Panthers. 1st and 10 from the 19. There's Hal, speed option to the left. And that's going to be number 20, I believe that was who it was. It's going to be Kelton and Mitchell. And Kelton Mitchell will gain 1 or 2.
Yeah, and it looks like Isaac Loya was able to use his speed and just get to the edge before Melton could, and it's no gain on the play.
Coach McDonald, we did talk offensively for the Roswell Coyotes. In your opinion, sir, what is your opinion on the defense for the Roswell Coyotes thus far? You're 5-1, playing the number 1 team in the state of New Mexico. How do you think the Roswell Coyotes are doing thus far?
Well, about as good as you can ask, you know, short of a turnover. Although they get no pressure on the quarterback here, but there's
an interception.
And it's Gallegos. He's got a chance.
Gallegos got 5, and he is going to be down about the 2-yard line. Touchdown, Coyotes!
Oh, he got in.
He got in. He got in.
Wes Gallegos with the pick 6, the 27-yard return. I was about to say the defense didn't have any pressure on the quarterback, but they didn't need it because Wes Gallegos took advantage and gets the pick 6.
Gallegos pick 6.
27. I'm going to give him 27. We might have to fix that in film.
I wonder where Miss Martinez went with my pen. That was one of my good pens that she took. But that's okay. We'll keep this one if it's going to help the Roswell Coyotes out. 13-0 on the pick 6 by Wesley Gallegos. PAT is up and good. 14-0. Coyotes lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
What a play it was by Wes Gallegos. Pick 6 for 27 yards and the touchdown. It looked like he was down about the 2-yard line, but some way, shape, or form, he gets in and gets him a pick 6. PAT by Fuentes up and good. Kyle's lead 14-0 with 44.6 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, live from the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico. And what a game has been, Coach, on homecoming night.
It has been, and what an effort by Gallegos. I mean, the interception part was not that difficult because, you know, he's in the perfect position. By the time he threw the ball, he knew he had a good shot at picking it off, and he did. And we have a penalty enforced here against Piedra Vista, so this might be an opportunity for a squib or an onside here. But getting back to the last touchdown, that effort between the 10-yard line and the end zone by Gallegos was tremendous. He just was not going to be denied the end zone.
Yep, absolutely. 14-0 if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP, KND Radio. And there it is again. There's that squib. And there goes a starburst. And nobody's fooling anybody here because number 23 for Piedra Vista is down, and that is
Vernon Molinar.
Bryce Jocelyn.
Oh, my goodness.
And Vernon Molinar with the great pursuit angle and knocking him down, and the Panthers are going to take over about the 17, 18-yard line.
Yeah, and the Coyotes are just playing inspired football right now on both sides of the football. I mean, they did have that last drive stall a little bit, but this offense is going to put up some more points. You know, the offense has only put up 7. And, you know, we're going to hear a lot from Manny Fuentes in this offense.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. So the Roswell Coyotes playing a 4-man front. The ball is going to be handed off once again. And again, Coach, the defense for the Roswell Coyotes doing what they're doing best, what they've done all year long. And I tell you right now, it looks like the Roswell Coyotes are the number 1 team in the state right now.
Well, you know, they look like it here in the early going against the number 1 team in the state. But, you know, it's going to be interesting, these rankings going to the end of the year, because even if Coyotes win today, Piedra Vista is not going to lose after this. So they're going to go into the postseason with 1 loss.
Right.
And we, of course, have to play these tough teams in our district. So it's going to be real interesting.
Well, Coach, that's going to end the quarter. The Roswell Coyotes do lead 14-0. We're going to take a
just a 30-second
timeout. Okay, we'll be right back. Thanks for listening and watching. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
And I'm telling you, the Roswell
this defense has just been something else. And, you know, I've been singing their praises all season long from game number 1 until now, where I say it most weeks. They're improving every week. You know, they started off strong, but they're improving every single week.
All right, it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for Piedra Vista. From about the 21-yard line, they're going to call it the right hash, Coach, and looks like Hal is going to be the quarterback still. Logan Hal, the senior captain quarterback for the Panthers in tight formation, but might have motion here in just a moment. 3-man front for the Roswell Coyotes. And it's going to be handed off once again. And that looked like Anaya with the tackle.
Yeah, and probably the best offensive play of the game for the Panthers.
Number 21, Manuel Montalongo.
As they get their first down of the game.
28-yard line.
They're going to call it 1st and 10. Okay. So 1st and 10 from the 32. Same formation for Piedra Vista. Similar offense to Roswell. There's motion. What they're doing there, coach, is running a little midline action there for the offense of Piedra Vista, and not much of a gain there, maybe 1 or 2.
Adrian Anaya I thought he was acting like maybe there was a fumble on the play, but I guess not. It's going to be a 2-yard gain.
Branson on the carry for the Panthers. Short gain on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Didn't see who was in on the tackle, but there were several Coyotes involved at left side of the line.
Okay. They're calling it 2nd and 8, so it is +2. And there is Hal rolling out to the left, in trouble, and he is going to be sacked. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and it looked like that might be holding on the Panthers.
Well, we'll see, but there's Eli Lynn with the sack. We'll see if the play holds up. If it's holding, they probably decline it, get him to 3rd and long.
They're going to say it is, I see number 50 over there kind of talking a little bit, and it looks like it is going to be on the Panthers. They're going to decline it. Holding, decline. It will be 3rd and long. You nailed that, Coach.
Yeah, Eli Lynn will still get credit for the sack and the loss. Let's see where they spot the football. All the way back at the 27. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Oh, it's going to be 3rd and about 12. You're exactly right. You sure you're not a math teacher?
I'm sure, absolutely sure.
All right, so Hal rolling out to the right, in trouble, but he has a... Oh, that's picked off!
No. Maybe should have been, but Isaac Loya could not hold on to it.
Well, I get excited, Coach.
You do.
When you talk about Roswell High football and it looked like he caught it, we're going to get excited down here, just like the Roswell Coyotes were during the 1st quarter.
Yeah, and... that's going to make Isaac think, oh, man, I could have had a run back there. Well, he's going to get a chance at a run back right here because he is going to be the punt returner. And yet another punt, 3rd one of the game already for the Panthers. And like you said, we look more like the number 1 team in the early going.
Absolutely. So Isaac Loya will, as you mentioned, Coach, he's going to be about the 35-yard line. He will return. Let's see if he has a chance to... Well, now he's back at about the 40-yard line. Almost blocked again.
Yeah, Coach told him to move up because he was maybe anticipating that short kick. But Loya's
he's going to take it off himself, and he's going to gain a few yards on that. He's going to be brought down about the 38-yard line. So Coyotes will take over from their own 38, 1st and 10. They'll call it right hash. 14-0 is the score. Homecoming night for the Roswell Coyotes.
And that's going to be good for another time.
And we'll talk about homecoming here, the homecoming court. And then, of course, they will announce the homecoming king and queen. And then, of course, they'll have that ceremony at midcourt. Okay, Fuentes dropping back to pass in the pocket. He steps up. And almost picked off, but then almost caught.
Yeah.
And then incomplete.
Yeah, that was quite a play right there. He needed to get that one a little more out towards the sideline, but he had to release it quickly due to the pressure. And Estrada just couldn't quite reel it in there at the end.
Okay, Coach, it's 2nd and 10 for the 42 now. Fuentes, the captain, the junior quarterback, is going to tell his line to shift over a little bit. Might have motion, pistol formation, twins to the top. And there's the toss. Bryce Sanchez has some running room, and he will gain about 5 yards. Give or I would say give or take.
I think it's going to be right at it. And that'll make this third down much more manageable. Again, probably go for it territory if it's short yardage, if they don't get it here, even though they did not convert on their last fourth down. Similar formation here.
Yeah, see what happens here. 3rd and 6. Looks like you have Weathersby, if I'm not mistaken, on top, and the Roswell Coyotes are going to take a timeout. Guess what that means, Coach?
We'll take one, too.
We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We're here at the Wilbo in Roswell, New Mexico, the All-American City. 14-0 is your score. Kyle's looking good. 1 versus 2. Art Sandoval, Kellen McDonald, drifts to the top, twins to the bottom, empty set. Fuentes dropping back to pass, steps up into the pocket. He might take it himself. He will. Back in the 50, 45, 40, and there's the speed. 35, 30, 20-yard line is he's going to brought down about the 25. And what a run by Manny Fuentes, and that will be another Coyote first down.
28 yards on that scramble and run. And I'm not sure that wasn't the plan all along with the 3 receivers to the left and 2 receivers to the right. I'm sure it's an option that was considered on that 3rd and 5.
Okay, 1st and 10 from the 25 now, and here comes Fuentes, pistol formation, twins to the top, actually slot right. And it's going to be handed off to Bryce Sanchez, and no. Fuentes decided to go ahead, and there's going to be a flag.
Yeah, late flag. That was a weird play.
Well, Coach, while I have it fresh in my mind right now, I'm going to throw a quick shout-out to my youngest daughter. Speaking of that, she was the homecoming queen last year and going to forfeit her crown tonight. She's not here to do that, but there will be a representative of her mama doing that. But shout-out to Victoria Sandoval. Also, in the area, Zoe Nild and Sid and Kristen, they're down there in Trinidad getting ready to go to Colorado Springs tomorrow and take on Air Force and the University of Wyoming. That game will start at 12 p.m. and we will be on the road after this game, Coach. So shout out to Victoria Sandoval. We'll see you tomorrow. 1st and 15 now for the Roswell Coyotes, and here comes Manny Fuentes. Nice pass, and there's Segala. Oh, Segala caught the ball. It was nothing but end zone, and then finally he said, oh, I better get on top, and he did just that. Boy, it was 6 all the way.
Well, it was gonna still wind up being a 10-yard reception for Segala, but yeah, he made the defender miss, but the defender reached out last second, grabbed his arm. The ball comes out, but good job by Manny to get back on the football.
Yeah, absolutely. 2nd and 4. I'm going to be a bit surprised if he has some speed option here. Piedra Vista still with the 3-man front. And there is Bryce Sanchez.
Big blocking up front. Big running in the back. Big Bryce on the top. Taking it down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be good for another Coyote.
Yeah, and that's just dominating the line of scrimmage against players who are basically bigger than you is what that offensive line is doing, the right side of the offensive line. And they've got big Jonathan Barraza in there right now, and great blocking there for Bryce as he picks up the first down.
There's that toss sweep, and Bryce Sanchez, slips. And on his own wheel, and I guess it's going to be brought down about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, a little too aggressive on that cut there, just lost his footing. Probably has a chance to score otherwise. Instead, it's going to bring up a 2nd down at the 10-yard line, and I don't know why the sticks aren't out. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, and there's that play action again. Fuentes. Touchdown Coyotes. And that will be Malachi Mitchell. Coyotes lead now 20-0. Coyotes looking sharp in this first half. Wow.
Yeah, and Manny looks really good. He's making good decisions. He's running when he's supposed to run, passing when he's supposed to pass. Looks to be pretty accurate as we get LJ kind of laid out to hold for the extra point here, but there he is.
Yep, LJ Macias, the placeholder. And there is Manny Fuentes, and Manny Fuentes will have that kick block. 20-0 is the score. Coyotes do lead. We're going to take a break. What a game it's been. We'll be right back.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
What a pass it was by Manny Fuentes. Makes the toss, rolls out to the left, steps up into the pocket. 10-yard touchdown pass to Malachi Mitchell from Fuentes. And the PAT was failed, and then, sorry, I was looking over here making sure. I was looking if there was an injury there, but no, everybody's fine. But the score is 20-0. 7 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this first half. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald from the Wool Bowl. 75 degrees. Beautiful. No wind. Look at the flag.
Yeah, and it's just getting more beautiful every time the Coyotes have the ball. 20-0 over the #1 seed.
Well, there's no ifs, ands, or buts right now, Coach. The Roswell Coyotes look like they are the #1 seed, as you mentioned, this early part of the game. Oh, great athleticism right there. And good job by Zach Carrasco, but a heck of a run by number 22. That is going to be Logan Howell.
Johnson on the return for the Panthers, taking the ball.
Yeah, got your quarterback returning kickoffs there in the starburst. So
46-yard line. Brought down by
I guess that's one way to do it. I personally would not have my starting quarterback running kicks back, but hey.
It is what it is. It's what they say.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. There's a quick hitch. Oh, wow, what a hit it was by Jorge Chavez.
Yeah, and I thought it was holding out here. And
well, you saw the same thing I did. I thought it was holding on the hitch pass through the screen.
Yeah, but winds up being a 9-yard gain, 8-yard gain, so.
Okay, so it's going to be about a 4-man front for the Coyotes. Rolling out the pass is Howell, and that's going to be incomplete, bringing up a 3rd down.
Well, another 3rd down is a good way to describe it. It's 3 or 4 already. Very few first downs in the game for Piedra Vista. I can think of only 2 first downs that they've gotten on offense. So Coyote defense, if they can hold here, it's going to put the decision in the hands of the head coach whether you go for it. He probably would at short yardage unless there's a loss here.
All right, here is the offense for the Piedra Vista Panthers. Going to be a little bit of a shotgun. See if they run midline, maybe roll out to the right here. It is going to be pistol formation. Miscommunication. It's going to be a midline run.
Yeah, tried to hand it to Casper there.
And misdirection, absolutely.
Brought down by number 75, O'Malley.
And they're going to say short.
Very short game.
And they're talking about
3rd down and 1.
Head coach Howell over there is saying, wait a minute, he got all the way out to here, and now they're spotting the ball a full yard short. So once again, that's decision time for the coach. I believe it was Lomelli on the tackle.
Well, it was Lomelli, and Lomelli continuing just to do a great job defensively, Coach.
Yeah, he's really done well from that defensive tackle position, moving to both sides of the football, and they got the Coyotes to jump, I think.
It's going to be a timeout. Piedra Vista will take one too. Score is 20-0.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
All right, welcome back. 20-0 is the score. Coyotes looking good. Let me tell you real quick, Coach, you and I have done a couple of Bronco game, and we've had the pleasure to be on ESPN Plus, and I tell you what, it's amazing what we have learned over here. I mean, the officials really control the game at that college level, and over here it's a lot more quicker.
Right. Big one here, 4th and 1.
All right, here's Hell, dropping back to pass, and he is in trouble, and he will be sacked, and a loss of about 4. Coyote defense looking good.
And that would be number 53, Nate Herrera, in there off the bench, making his presence known. And the second turnover on downs for this defense. Can't say enough about him, Coach. I mean, I sound like a broken record, I know, but you can't say enough about this defense, the way they're playing right now.
I'm with you, brother.
I mean, this isn't some cupcake we're playing on homecoming.
No,
this
it's
is
not.
the number 1 team in the state, number 5 overall team in the state. And this defense has absolutely dominated this football game.
1st and 10 for Fuentes and the Coyotes. Empty set, trips to the top, twins to the bottom. Fuentes dropping back to pass. Quick pass it is. Segala with the ball, and he will have forward progress about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we give him 8 on that, as Segala's been a target tonight. But pretty balanced in throwing the ball around. Has 2 completions to 4 different receivers already. But we have a
flag on the play, huh?
A penalty, so that's going to negate that play. Too quick to write it down here.
Well, I will be honest with you. I mean, all day today at work, and you're probably the same way, even though you were in the classroom. You know, of course, I was out in the field a little bit as well, but I tell you what, I was excited all day today. Great homecoming pep assembly, had a pie in the face.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think a few people did. It was a lot of fun, and, just really looking forward to this game. And there's 119 speed option for the Roswell Coyotes, and that's Bryce Sanchez. And will be positive yardage.
Yeah, about 6. I thought he might break that one, but he gets a solid 6 on 1st and 20.
Number 22, big Bryce Sanchez on the tote.
So that's, as you said, positive yardage makes the down and distance more manageable here.
That's right. So we have to snap it out here, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 20 now for the Roswell Coyotes. Excuse me.
15, I think, 14.
Now it's 118 speed option. And there is Hernandez. And Hernandez brings the Coyote back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I give him about 4 on that one, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So just picking up positive yards after the penalty. And we haven't seen a punt yet, Coach, since we lost our punter. So I'm kind of interested to see who that'll be.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Manny Fuentes has a little quarterback. Well, I was going to say quarterback draw here.
Yeah, that's the same formation that he got the big gain on last time. But PV knows that too.
Giovanni Apodaca jumped.
Well, he wasn't the only one. Lineman jumped too.
That I saw, at least on this end on the right.
I didn't see Giovanni, but I think it was Barraza jump on this side. To make it much tougher 3rd and 15. They're going to go same formation.
Al-J. Macias, and of course, Apodaca. It's going to be same formation. Empty set, trips to the top, twins to the bottom. Fuentes dropping back to pass. He is under pressure. And he is going to get rid of it, and Fuentes is hit hard, and wow, it was hit real hard. He is absolutely okay, but what a job by Russo.
Brings up a 4th down for the Coyotes.
Yeah, and this is the punting situation. It looks like Zai Carrasco is going to be the punter.
Okay, I was looking to make sure he Fuentes is okay here. Looked like he was holding his left hand.
He is.
He is.
Holding his left hand. Maybe jammed a finger or something. Let's see where he goes. Keep an eye on it.
Yep, definitely will. So it's going to be 4th and 15. And Zai Carrasco will do the punting, and wow, what a punt it is. Good bounce for the Coyotes, and Panthers will take over about the 16-yard line.
Big hit by Carrasco, put the ball down there at about the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 Panthers.
Looking downstairs on the sideline, keep an eye on Fuentes there. It looks like kind of lost him, so it looks like he's okay.
Well, he was pulling on that left hand, maybe just jammed a finger. You know, something minor, I wouldn't. And it was on his non-throwing hand, so don't think it's an issue. So this Coyote defense with another chance here.
That's going to be Howell, I believe. He's going to keep it himself.
West Gallegos with the nice ankle tackle there.
On the carry for the Panthers, number 22 quarterback, Logan Howell.
But a decent gain.
Howell good for 4.
4 yards. That's a good game for them today.
Yeah. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, short 7, long 6, that area.
Okay, so empty set now for the Panthers.
Keeper again. And
well, Howell's a physical quarterback. Hey, come on. Why would you do that?
And it's Isaac Loya just gave him 15 yards to add on to the first down yardage. That's going to be a unsportsmanlike.
He needs to be real careful. He does not need to be ejected from the game either.
Well, that's true, because would he have to sit out 2 games if he gets ejected again?
Well, I can just tell you this. He'll be done for the season.
Well, do they have offsetting, though? Or do they call something else? Coach Lynn is really upset about something. He's not upset. I mean, he's upset about the unsportsmanlike, which they're walking off now.
There will be a 15-yard penalty for the unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think that's a case where one penalty has a priority over the other one. An unsportsmanlike can be enforced even if there's an offsetting penalty.
Yeah, Loyal really has to be careful in this for various reasons. It's going to be tight quads, empty set now. And here's Hell. He has a strong arm. That kind of, that kind of scared me right there. I just seen the play like that. You got to be real careful.
Well, Molinar is not going to do it. He's not going to do it normally, and he's certainly not going to do it right after one of his teammates does it. He's the type of senior leader. Well, he's not even a senior, is he? Is Molinar a junior? I think he is, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
he's a junior.
But, yeah, he's just you're not going to see that from Vernon Molinar. I'd be shocked.
Okay, 2nd and 7 now is the score. 2nd and 7. And the score is 20-0. Coyotes do lead.
Damian Quezada on the tackle after the short pass there.
Brought down by number 54, Quezada.
And
well, this is big right here, Kelly. I'm going to tell you why. 3rd and 7. If the Roswell Coyotes can hold the Piedra Vista Panthers right now, and then hold them down on 4th down as well, and score one more opportunity, go into halftime with a 27-28 point lead, Coyotes will be looking good for the remainder of the game.
They do get the first down, though. It's going to be Jacob Ramstead with a nice carry.
Jacob Ramstead with some tough yards around the right side, putting the ball into Coyote territory.
Let's see who got it. I think it was Adrian Anaya. And when you got your safeties making the tackles, usually means they got to the next level. You don't want to see that. First down now for Piedra Vista in Coyote territory, one of their rare forays into this side of the field.
4-man front for the Coyotes defensively. And Hal dropping back to pass in trouble and will be hit hard by Jorge Chavez. It will bring up a second down at about 11.
Yeah, are they going to say completed pass there?
Well, I believe so.
Yeah, so, yeah, Noah Lynn was chasing the quarterback, got the hit on him, but he does get the ball away. Well, it is a completion, but a loss of 1, so that will go down as a tackle for loss for Adrian Anaya.
So, again, Piedra Vista going into that empty set. They're going to go quads again. Split out to the right. It is going to be Howell, the quarterback. Drop it back to pass. Has time. And it has number 15 open, and that's going to be Hunter Schwartz.
And George Chavez gets him down, but not before the pretty big gain. They're going to give him close to first down yardage. Pin on the spot.
For the Panthers, number 15, Hunter Schwartz. Brought down by number 7.
And they are going to say first down.
Well, I thought it was short at least.
Well, no, they're not. Oh, yeah, now they're moving.
Okay, chain gang is moving, so we'll be first and 10 from the 45 with a minute 25 remaining in this. Oh, there's movement. And it looks like Piedra Vista dodged the bullet there. And an excellent run by Jacob Ramstead.
Well, sure. That would seem pretty obvious movement. I'll tell you what, Coach, I'm not sure the officials were set on that. I think the umpire got out of there too quickly. The chains weren't set. The officials weren't in position. They let him run the play. That was strange. That'll be one to look at on film.
Absolutely. So it will be another first down for the Panthers. And there is...
Oh, what a fake.
Going to be a flag.
No play.
Flag on top, and I'm not sure. I was looking down here at the bottom, and probably the bottom of your screen if you're watching the TV station, the KSVP.
You got your old black and white Zenith out, Coach? Is that what you're saying?
That's showing us how old we are.
And it's a motion penalty of some kind, procedure penalty. And it's going to bring up first and 15, moving back to the 25-yard line. If that was going to be on defense, they wouldn't have let the play go. Oh, now what are we doing? They're going to say it's on the Coyotes?
Well, Coach Lynn is livid. How was that on the Coyotes?
Well, wasn't it first and 10?
So it looks like they're going to have an official timeout.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. They're talking to the captain.
You know, the officials don't look good when things like this happens. It was a penalty on the Coyotes, their second defensive penalty.
Well, here's the thing. They're not even set the officials, and...
Yeah, and they're just letting the play go. The umpire needs to stand over the ball until they're set and ready to play.
Well, did you see the line judge over here?
Well, yeah, he wasn't set.
Well, he's not even looking.
Number 21.
That's embarrassing. I will say that.
You know, he's completely turned around screaming at Coach Lynn, and the play's going on. So we get the completion. It should be a first down.
Well, it is a first down, but that's, Coach, the official was not even looking.
No, he had his back to the field.
Had his back to the field when the play was going on. Mm-hmm. And how can he call a penalty?
And now we're going to get a timeout. I don't see who. I think Coach Lynn took the timeout. He wants to talk to the official.
Well, Coach, while we're here on the air, there's 33 seconds left. We'll talk about that at halftime. Let's just take a break. We'll be right back.
Even if you swing a golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football. Scores 20-0, and the Panthers threatening. First and 4 from the 4. Howell, the quarterback, empty set. Well, it was empty. And it's going to be handed off, and Piedra Vista will get on the board. Touchdown, Logan Howell. Bryce Jocelyn.
Yeah, and that was, they got a lot of help.
Well, yes.
They were moving the ball a little bit better than previously, but they got plenty of help on that drive as they do get on the board for 6, and they will,
to say the least,
try to get the extra point here.
Okay, it's going to be number 16. That's going to be Grant Frost, the sophomore, kicking for PV. That's up and good. Score now is 20-7. You're live from the Wool Bowl. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football. Score is 20-7. And, we're still trying to figure out what happened there on that touchdown. There was a couple of penalties. The official had us back to the field. I'm just not understanding what happened there. It is what it is. It's over with. But hopefully they can reflect on this and get better.
Well, hopefully it is over with. Coach Lynn is over there still talking to that same official who was completely turned around. And I mean, you can tell he was yelling at Coach Lynn from here. But, I mean, I think most officials like to face the field when they're officiating the football.
You would think, and that's the proper thing to do. All right, so number 16 will kick off for Piedra Vista. That will be Grant Frost, the sophomore. And looks like number 6, that's going to be Robert Truex. Was about the 9-10 line. Let's see if the Coyotes will go into starburst formation. It will be a squib kick. And that is Jeremiah Modriel.
Going nowhere on the kick return.
It's kind of nice now that you we have the numbers, and it takes about mid-season. You don't even need the script anymore for Roswell High. We just kind of know who it is now. So. Well, it's not another Coyote first down. It's going to be a first down.
On the change of possession.
On the change of possession.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
It drives me crazy.
And they're in the victory formation.
Well, and that's going to end the quarter. And that will end the quarter. It will be halftime. Coyotes do lead 20-7 at half. We'll take a timeout. 4 minutes it will be. We'll come back, talk a little statistics, go over the homecoming court. You're listening and watching to KSVPTV.com and Roswell High School football. We'll be right back.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Zena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Zena Security Services today. 575-626-3521. 575-626-3521.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for. And with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh, no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh, no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Roswell Coyotes lead 20-7. Coach McDonald, you have anything you want to talk about? Maybe statistics?
You know what? I do want to talk about statistics. Just trying to get an update and a score here. But let's talk about these stats. We had 3 touchdowns for the Coyotes, and that means 3 extra point attempts. The first 2 were good. The third one by Manny Fuentes was no good. It was blocked. Zy Carrasco, his first punt of the season, was pretty decent, 41 yards with no return. Isaac Loya returned 2 punts for a total of 46 yards, and Jeremiah Monreal 1 kickoff return for no yards. Defensively, Coyotes led by George Chavis with 5 tackles. Vernon Molinar next with 3. Adrian Anaya added 3 as well, including 1 for a loss. Eli Lynn with 2 tackles. One of those was a sack. Damian Quezada chipped in with 2, as did Nate Herrera and Wes Gallegos. Wes Gallegos also added the pick 6 interception. Isaac Loya, Cheeto Lomelli, Zy Carrasco, Connor Nichols each chipped in with 1 tackle for the Coyote defense. Offensively, first rushing, Josh Estrada had 1 carry for 13 yards. Christian Hernandez, 2 carries for 7 yards. Manny Fuentes, 7 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown. And Bryce Sanchez, 8 carries for 45 yards. Manny Fuentes was 9 of 11 for 60 yards and a touchdown. And his receivers spread the ball out pretty nicely. Jordan Weathersby, 2 catches for 15. Giovanni Apodaca, 1 for 10. Sebastian Mendoza, 2 for 4. Manny Segala, 1 catch for 10 yards. Had 1 called back on penalty. And Malachi Mitchell 2 catches, a total of 31 yards, and the touchdown. There's the statistics for the first half.
20-7 is your score. We're going to take another timeout as the Big Red Band of Roswell High School is doing their job. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company, but come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSB, TV radio, KND. I was
alphabet soup.
Yeah, I had too much pie on my face. KSVPTV.com. Coach, real quick, let's go over just a little bit of what the status is for the Roswell Coyotes. In the first quarter, Manny Fuentes scored on a 1-yard touchdown rush. PAT was good. As a matter of fact, he kicked the PAT 7-0. And again, Wes Gallegos had a pick six from 27 yards out. PAT was good. And I'm telling you, the pick six, we thought Wes Gallegos was actually down about the 2-3 yard line, but he had some assistance from his teammates, putting him into the end zone, and it made the score 14-0. And then Manny Fuentes with a 10-yard pass to Malachi Mitchell. PAT then failed. And then, of course, Piedra Vista got on the board. And now the score is 20-7. Coach, it is halftime. It is homecoming here in Roswell, New Mexico. What I would like to do, sir, right now, we'll just talk a little bit of New Mexico overtime coaches poll and then Max Preps as well. Give me your stats on the top 10.
All right. Well, they're actually the two polls that we look at are pretty similar this week. You have the top 5 in the coaches poll unchanged from the previous week. You have Piedra Vista 6-0, number 1. These Roswell Coyotes 5-1, number 2. Artesia Bulldogs 4-2, number 3. Goddard 4-2, number 4, and Mayfield 3-3, number 5. Again, that's our
right district
plus Piedra Vista at the top for the moment, and then that's followed up by Deming, Valley, Santa Teresa, Highland, and Mayamura in the coaches poll. In the Max Preps poll, it's a little different. The top 4 are the same, but the Max Preps poll has the Valley Vikings at 3-2 off their win. Actually, after losing to Piedra Vista 48-0, they still hold on to the number 5 spot in the Max Preps poll, followed by Deming at 6, Mayfield all the way down at 7 in the Max Preps, and then Highland, Santa Teresa, and Mayamura is 10 in both polls. Usually at this point in the season, I'm more leaning towards the Max Press poll, but I think the coaches poll is more accurate right now.
Well, I think you're exactly right. One of the things that Coach Lynn and I did talk about during the pregame show.
Let's do a quick score update.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Go for it.
Two halftime scores here.
Wow.
First from Belen, Goddard leads Belen 22-7 at the half, and we're at halftime in the Bulldog Bowl, but we're also got a final at the Bulldog Bowl because they have defeated Santa Teresa at halftime, 51-0.
Wow, something else there. So, Coach, going back to the New Mexico coaches poll, and you're talking about Max Preps, it's never too late to start talking about preseason right now because, Coach, in my opinion, right now, today starts the postseason. You're playing the number 1 team in the state. Roswell High is number 2 currently. And then next week, the Coyotes are off, and then get ready for the last 3 games of the season when you play Artesia, Mayfield, and then Goddard. Coach, my question to you, sir, is with a win tonight, will Roswell jump to number 1?
I say yes. I think they will.
Yeah, I think you know where I'm coming with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they will. And I think I know what your next question is. Will Artesia then move into 2, and will PV fall all the way to 3? And that one I'm not sure about.
Okay. So and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm thinking that Goddard lost to Piedra Vista. So if Roswell can continue, right now they're winning 20-7, but if Roswell wins this game, I think they jump to 1, Artesia jumps to 2, Goddard will jump to 4, Piedra Vista. I think this is what might happen. Roswell jumps to 1, Artesia 2, Mayfield, I'm going to say will jump to, I think you're right. I think PV jumps to 3, goes down to 3, Goddard, and then Mayfield is what I'm thinking.
Coaches poll.
Yeah.
That's the way I would think that the coaches would sort that out. I think just by Artesia, Mercy ruling Santa Teresa. Santa Teresa is the number 8 team in 5A, and they get Mercy ruled at halftime by Artesia. I think PV falls to 3, certainly in the coaches poll, maybe in the Max Preps poll as well. I mean, it's hard to know what that algorithm is going to do. But, Goddard also taking care of business against unranked Belen.
Right.
And, they've got the 2-touchdown lead there at halftime. But, yeah, it's going to be really interesting because if PV loses here tonight, again, they're not going to lose the rest of the way out.
No, they will be a district champ.
Weak district, and they're going to be the champs of that district. So, they're going to be going into that seeding at the end of the season with either a 10-0 or a 9-1 record. And, Goddard and Roswell and Artesia and Mayfield, they all got to play each other still one more time. So it's a huge advantage ranking-wise for PV. Win or lose tonight, they're probably going to be the 1 seed going into the tournament. Just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I concur.
I mean, I think Roswell's capable of winning out as well. But I think Roswell winning out is the only way PV is not the 1 seed. That's
with different scenarios, correct.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Artesia could do it if PV somehow loses more than a game tonight.
Yep.
But it'd be interesting to see where they put PV and Artesia. If PV loses tonight and then wins out, and Artesia, if Artesia wins out, they could be.
Yep.
They could be the number 1.
Coach, real quick, everyone that's now just tuning in to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. It is homecoming here in Roswell, and the Coyotes do lead 20-7. They are announcing the freshman prince and princess, along with the sophomore prince and princess, and then the junior prince and princess.
Announcing your senior prince is Mr. Jorge Gomez.
And so right now, the freshman prince
and Jorge Gomez.
And princess. The princess is Annette Montanez and Nick Anaya.
Math, science, and engineering.
And then announcing the sophomore prince and princess. The prince for the sophomore class is Abraham Toscano. Announcing the sophomore princess is Eliana Chavez. And then, of course, the junior prince and princess is Leslie Carrion and Kevin Carvajal. And then what everybody's waiting for is the announcement of the king and queen.
And get a degree in occupational therapy.
And we'll wait on that here in just a moment because we have the prince and the princess. Then the senior winners, king and queen, will be here in just a moment.
Now announcing your homecoming king for 2022.
And here it is. The king is going to be Jesus Campos. And it looks like there's going to be a couple replacements there. Mr. Robert Johnson, since Jesus Campos is a football player, he is out in the locker room. So Robert Johnson, the security guard, is helping him out.
He might still have a little pie in his face.
He might have some pie in his face as well. And the queen for the Roswell Coyotes is going to be Malia Dumlau. So here, real quick, we're going to talk about that. The prince for the class of 2022-2023 is actually going to be Jorge Gomez and Jacqueline Pappas. So real quick, we have about 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. Again, we're going to announce the homecoming court. I apologize. I wish we could have went through the biographies, but we were talking scenarios, but here it is. So the freshman prince and princess Annette Montanez and Nick Anaya, and then your sophomore prince and princess Abraham Toscano and Eliana Chavez, and then your junior prince and princess Leslie Carrion and Kevin Carabajal, and then your senior prince and princess is Jorge Gomez and Jacqueline Pappas, and then the winner for the king and queen is Jesus Campos being the king, and then Malia Dumlau will now be the new queen. And looks like they're going to be coming off here in just a moment. Looks like the homecoming court is coming together. And Josue Badespi was the outgoing king, and Victoria Sandoval was the outgoing queen, replaced by Jesus Campos and Malia Dumlau.
Josue unable to make it too, apparently.
Yeah, Josue is out in college as well.
And there's the court with the little mini courtesans there in front of them. They did a good job at the assembly pep rally today.
Yeah, it really did. It was really a fun assembly. Still cleaning pie from my hair. So yeah, but Coach, let's do this. Let's take a timeout. Let's take a break, pay some bills, and then we'll come back for the second half. We'll be right back.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Beautiful night it is, about 73 degrees on September 30th. This month has flown by. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, score is 20-7 as the Roswell Coyotes come out and the Piedra Vista Panthers are back on the field. Coach, any thoughts on the second half?
Well, I think if the defense continues to play the way they played in the first half and really in this whole season, then the Roswell Coyotes are in pretty good position to go ahead and win this football game. You'd like to see the offense put a couple more on the board, and I fully expect them to. But I'll tell you, I think I'm a little bit surprised at how well the Coyotes have played. You know, they really dominated the football game.
Well, Coach McDonald, you're talking 20-7. Defense has played really good. But if you're Coach Bolaños, what are you telling your kids when you're up 20-7? What are you going to tell them?
To step on their necks. I mean, you just can't let up, especially a team like this. I think they're in a good position to where you know, if the score stays the same, or if we can maybe score in this opening drive, they're forced to throw the ball, which is not their strong suit. You know, they'd much rather grind it out. And, you know, the Coyotes are pretty much on pace for what they've done all year. Coyotes have averaged 43-ish points a game and given up 18. And Piedra Vista has scored 37 and given up 15. Well, they've already given up 20.
Right.
So, you know, Coyotes seem to be dominating the pace, and I tell you, it's just a matter of finishing the job.
Okay, so now the next question, the next conversation you're not going to have, and for the people out there, a lot of people are talking about this is the last preseason game. Of course, I'm calling this postseason because the Piedra Vista Panthers aren't the number one team in the state, but I'm considering this, even though it's preseason, a postseason game. Next week, the Coyotes are off.
Right.
So is that an advantage for the Coyotes or a disadvantage when you go in to play Artesia?
You know, an extra week to prepare for Artesia is probably never a bad thing.
At Artesia, by the way.
Yeah, in the Bulldog Bowl, where they just mercy ruled a top 10 team at halftime. But, you know, it's one of those situations where, yes, part of it's good. You get healthier. You don't get any injuries that week. I mean, you might practice, but it's less likely than getting one in the game. But if the Coyotes go ahead and finish strong here against Piedra Vista,
right?
God, you want to take that momentum into next week. You know, they played so well the last 2.5 games that you kind of just want to think, let's get back on the field. But nothing they can do about it. I mean, that's where the bye week is. And
well, you know, and Jeff did say something, and, you know, I asked him that same question, and I cut you off, and I apologize, but I asked him that same question, and he says, Coach, well, here's the thing. It is what it is. He goes, everybody has a bye week during district play. And so, you know, I think it is what it is. And, you know, I think having a bye week is going to help the Coyotes, because there's a couple of Coyotes that are injured, and that's just going to help out. You know, for postseason. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Roswell Coyotes will be in postseason.
Oh, that's
without question.
That is absolutely without question. I mean, only 4 teams from the 5A classification don't make the playoffs. And right now you have 3 teams in 5A that haven't won a game all year. So, I mean, they're going to be there. And I'll go out, you know, out on a limb about an inch and say they're going to be a top 4 team. But and get that bye in the first season or the first week of the playoffs. The bye, you know, people have different thoughts on the bye. I remember one year we had the bye week in week 1.
Yep.
And I hated that. And I don't think that is a good thing. But the bye week right before district, I think is okay. But another interesting note, Artesia's on the bye next week too, I believe.
Yep, I believe that's correct.
Yeah,
so, you know, and here's the thing. Once the playoffs begin, and if the Coyotes were to be a top 4 seed, they will have an additional bye week.
Right, if they do earn that first round bye.
Right. So you know, of course, then they'll, you know, 5 plays 12, and, you know, 6 plays 11, and 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9.
Coach Lynn and the veterans on this team, they're used to a bye week. You know, they've.
Well, it became tradition.
Sure, because not only do they, I mean, they're used to 2 bye weeks because we've almost always been a top 4 seed. So got a score from Las Cruces where the Hobbs Eagles lead 28-21 over the Las Cruces Bulldogs.
Wow.
That's a halftime score. That's a good one. That Las Cruces team doesn't have a good record, but they're a good team. They're a highly ranked team. Just kind of scanning scores from around the state here. Goddard and Berlin are about to get their second half started. And we're about to get our second half started again.
Yeah, we're just seconds away. It looks like the placeholder, the kicker is actually going to get ready to kick off here. That's number 16. That's going to be Grant Frost. All right. And here we go. Second half action begins. Roswell and PV. All right. They're going to return that right off the bat. Nate Quintero brought down about the 35-yard line as the third quarter begins. Kind of a first half, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of first half that you hope you have if you're the Coyotes, and that you really hope you don't if you're the number 1 seed in the state, or number 1 ranked team. And we keep saying seed, it's number 1 ranked team in the state currently. But let's see what this offense can do to start off the second half. Let's see if we can do what they did in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't count, that's why you play 4 quarters in the second half right here. You got to be careful with the strong-arm quarterback. And, of course, his name is Logan Howell, the 6'2" senior. Defensively, here comes the 4-man front for for the Piedra Vista Panthers, and there's going to be a catch. Looks like Bryce Sanchez will have the first down.
Weathersby.
Oh, it is Weathersby. I saw the 2 there, so it is 32. That's going to be Weathersby.
His third catch, 12 yards. And another Kyle first down.
It drives me crazy, but it is going to be a Kyle first down. First and 10 from the 47, left hash, and pistol formation. Here we go. It's going to be a quick pass to Sebastian Mendoza. Seabass almost loses it, and it's going to gain about nothing. You don't Seabass it.
He makes me nervous.
He makes me nervous because he goes north, south, east, west, and
sometimes holds that ball out
a little too far out. You know what I mean? So, all right, Twins to the top here. Second and 10 now, and there's going to be a speed option, 119 speed option, and there is Christian Hernandez. He's on his feet, and there's going to be a flag, and it's probably going to be a hold on the Coyotes.
Yeah, it's going to be on Weathersby, I think. So that play will likely not happen. They would have us in 3rd and 7, or 3rd and 7 if they wanted to choose that, but I think they'll choose 2nd and about 17.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely go 2nd and 17 if I were Coach Lynn, but let's see.
They are.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Mark it off. So the 10-yard holding penalty will back Coyotes up.
So the Coyotes will be in a second down situation now, starting from the 35-yard line. Go empty set now. And I love the empty set, and I love it because Manny Fuentes is definitely a weapon. He can run, pass, see if he has somebody open. He's in trouble, but
he's got room if he wants to run.
He has plenty of room. Thought about running there, and he's going to be taken out of bounds. Manny can throw the ball 50, 60 yards in the air, and he looked like he had a Sagala down there, but decided to go ahead and step out of bounds.
On the keeper, gained 8 on the play.
And I'm okay with the decision because
I am too.
You take the 8-yard run there on 2nd down and bring up a 3rd and more manageable instead of taking the chance downfield when nobody's open.
That's exactly right. So Fuentes again under center, but he's going to be in empty set. Dropping back to pass, in trouble, and there's Weathersby. Weathersby at the 50 and brought down about the, it looked like he's hurt there. Oh, that one's an ankle or knee right there.
Let's see if they say he's.
I saw him go back a little bit, so.
See if they're going to call him down. They're not going to say a turnover, right?
There's going to be an official timeout. Weathersby's going to be okay. He jumps up.
About a 7-yard completion to Weathersby there.
And Coach Lynn is livid.
Well, it's going to be 4th down and about 6 as they line things up, and they'll.
This is going to be the first punt of the ball game for the Coyotes, and that's Zy Carrasco.
And I like the decision to punt here. Pretty good hang time.
Oh, it hit him.
It hit him. It's going to be.
And the Roswell Coyotes recover.
No, they don't. They should have.
Okay, Piedra Vista gets the ball back some way. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that would have been a great turnover, but Donovan Morales, the receiver, senior receiver, just could not. He's not trying to scoop it up and score. He's just trying to get on it, but it gets away from him. And one of the Panthers able to get back on the football. They'll start their own 19.
All right, just checking out Weathersby there, and looks like Lisa will take a look at him. It's 20-7 now with 10 minutes and 9 seconds in this third period. Howell, the quarterback, under center. And he's going to hand that off to number 7, Jacob Ramstead.
Ramstead on the carry for the Panthers.
Not much of a gain, maybe 1 or 2. From my angle.
On the tackle for the Coyotes, Damian Quesada. Gain of 1 on the play brings up a second down and 9.
Just 1 yard there as Quezada is able to corral the ball carrier. Coyotes could really use a 3 and out here.
Oh, for sure. So now the Panthers go into a pistol formation. Howell dropping back to pass. Going to take a shot. And
Great
good
coverage.
defense by Jeremiah Moriel.
Yeah, Jeremy with him the whole way and actually may have had a better chance at the football than the receiver did there. Just perfect one-on-one coverage there from Monreal. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Is exactly what they needed. Let's see if Coach Bolaños dials up some extra pressure here or if he just goes with his base pass defense.
Oh, that's nothing like cold water like that. That's excellent.
We have a red ticket with a split upon for the band. Ticket winning number is number 705.
Okay, it's going to be a 3rd and 9 now.
705-4-7.
Howell dropping back to pass, rolling out, going to take another shot. And that is going to be a pass interference on the defense.
And an easy call. I mean, they're right there with the receivers. No reason to do that.
Well, that's going to be on Isaac Loya.
Yeah.
Once you see that, just turn around.
Yeah, don't go through the player there. Just turn around and break up the pass, and especially because he even had help from Adrian Anaya. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. We'll get them out to
good range, good field position.
Yeah, out to about the 35, 36. 35, okay. So not a devastating penalty, although it would have forced a punt. I mean, all you got to do is turn around. That ball's not going to be caught because there's...
Yeah, I just don't understand that.
Yeah,
Isaac's going to really have to play smart football.
Yeah.
And that's the second one today. He's going to have to do a better job with that. So PV runs the ball once again, and Jacob Ramstead.
Just not much there.
No, I mean.
Sylvester Cheeto Lomelli on the tackle there from the defensive tackle position. And, we haven't called his name that much, just 2 tackles by my stats here, but he's a factor in there because he takes up blockers. He either makes a tackle or he takes up 2 blockers, and that's so important to this defense. He's a big kid, but he's active, very athletic.
Okay, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 43. 3-man front for the Roswell Coyotes. Quick pass, and that's not a lateral. It's just going to be an incomplete pass. The pass was intended for a number 21, Manuel Montelango.
Yeah, and he's one of their top running backs, and that's the first time we've called his name, I believe.
It is.
Coyotes have just shut down this running attack. They've forced PV to throw the ball probably more than they want to, not just because they're down 2 touchdowns, but just because their running game has been so ineffective. And that just plays into our strength. Let's see if we can get them off the field here.
Okay, cross to the top now, empty set. Howell, the quarterback, dropping back to pass. Goes up the middle, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, Damien Quezada on the tight coverage there. Able to break that one up, and that will force the punt unless you're going to be real aggressive here.
Well, I would think they're going to punt, but I wouldn't be
Yeah, it's just 2 scores.
A bit surprised.
Halfway through the 3rd, not quite deep enough to really consider it. You got to punt this ball.
Isaac Loya dropping back about the 30-yard line. Let's see what happens.
I'd love for Isaac to make up for those 2 mistakes he's made.
Isaac, great athlete, just going to have to.
No play.
Oh, beautiful kick.
Boomer, wasn't it? What are they going to say? It's anybody's guess, folks.
Yeah, 20-7.
He's going to be.
If you're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, you can go to KSVP TV.
You're going to say offsides on the Coyotes, and that's going to not going to be enough for a first down, and they are going to keep the punting unit out here, but this puts the fake in a much greater chance of being utilized here, so you got to be careful of that. They've already tried it once.
Jacob Ramstead.
Not as good at punt.
And will be returnable. Well, let's see what happens here.
And Isaac just too many white shirts.
He ran 40 yards and got nowhere.
Right. And I'm okay with that as long as you protect the football, because he is so dangerous. You know, if he breaks a tackle or two, he can go to the house. He's already shown it this year. And obviously he's trying to atone for some earlier mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he can run, a good athlete, just a matter of just going to go north-south.
Yes, sir. Don't say it. All right. See what the offense can do. They need to play some field position football here right now.
So the Coyotes will
move the change.
Be in a first down situation, 1st and 10 from the 24. It's going to be shotgun. And it's going to be handed off. And I believe that's going to be Bryce Sanchez, and good hard run for about 7 yards. We'll call it 7.
We'll call it 7. And I'm fine with Bryce getting a ton of carries on this drive.
Fuentes dropping back to pass. Oh, and that's going to be L.J. Macias, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to get a 4-yard completion for the first down.
You know, I love the fact where Manny, you know, he's in that shotgun formation. He's just such a good athlete, looking down the field, steps up in the pocket. And you know what? You don't see very many quarterbacks at this level do that.
Right. He's the real deal.
Oh, well, we're going to try that third level, and there's not a penalty on that?
Well, I tell you what, that was such a bang play. He was looking for Giovanni Apodaca across the middle, but Giovanni wasn't looking for the football.
Well, you know, that's something I was going to ask you. I'm not sure on this one. Do you have to actually look at that ball?
To get the penalty?
Well, yeah.
No.
Well, see, that's okay.
Yeah. But it happened so quick. I don't know if they felt like it was after the ball had gone by or
right.
I'm not sure.
All right, incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now. Fuentes in pistol formation. And have a quick pass now, and that's going to go to Sebastian Mendoza. Mendoza's off to the races, 50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, and finally out of bounds is Sebastian Mendoza on the hitch pass. And that will be another Coyote first down.
51-yard reception to Sebastian Mendoza. And longest strike of the game for either team.
Seabass shows the speed as he accelerates.
That was all Seabass. That was just a little screen.
And here comes Fuentes. Now 1st and 10 from the 13 in Panther territory. Boot right is Fuentes in trouble and trying to find the...
And incomplete.
I'm trying to see if that was number 12. I think that's number 12, Malachi Mitchell, who had scored earlier in the contest, and that's it appears to be Manny Fuentes' target tonight.
Yeah, he has looked for Malachi quite a bit. He's looking for Segala in the early going, but now but you know what? He spreads it around a little bit too.
2nd and 10 now off the incomplete pass. Fuentes pistol formation. 2nd and 10 from the 13 left hash, and here comes the Coyotes as it's handed off to Sanchez. And we'll gain about 4 yards. They're going to say it's 2 yards, but it looks like 4 yards from this area.
And you and the public address both said 4.
Okay, 3rd down, Fuentes. In trouble.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to get rid of it before he wanted to. He had receivers in the end zone kind of to choose from there, but he didn't have the protection he needed to set his feet and make a good throw.
Again, just seeing Fuentes in that pocket is not scared to take a hit.
Oh, no. He is probably a little too fearless back there, to be honest with you. But it can work to his advantage. Here's that spread we like.
Yep, empty set. And Fuentes getting some direction from the commander-in-chief, Jeff Lynn.
It is 4th down.
It is 4th and 7, and here comes Fuentes. In trouble, but he might take it himself. Oh, and he's going to do it. Wow! Wow!
Are you kidding?
You have to be kidding me. What a play that was by Manny Fuentes. He started to run, going down, just throws it, and touchdown Coyotes.
I mean, you can't even. Is that side on? Is that underhand?
That's underhand.
That's incredible. And then Estrada to make the catch there. Holy moly, that was incredible. And that is just the X factor that you get with Manny Fuentes. I mean, that's what a play.
Speaking of Fuentes, hits the upright on that one. The PAT fails, but what a magnificent play by Manny Fuentes. 26-7 is the score. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
All I can say is Manny Fuentes. What an athletic play that was.
Yeah, and
I can't even describe it.
Not just athletic, because to know it's 4th down, you have absolutely nothing to lose in that situation. So you obviously can't go down without getting rid of the ball.
Yeah.
But to underhand or maybe sidearm, we'll look at the film. Ridiculous throw. And then Estrada to dive and get his hands under the ball in the end zone for the touchdown.
I mean, Fuentes had running room, and he slips.
Well, yeah,
about to get hit, and then just makes that play. It's wow. Manny Fuentes is what we're going to be calling. There it is. There's a starburst, and that's not going anywhere. Oh, wow! What a hit and a pancake by Zy Carrasco.
Wow.
Hot diggity dog. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Ooh. Zy Carrasco just laid the wood. Wow. That's one of those hits where you hear the sound from the crowd. My goodness. Zy Carrasco. One for the highlight reel.
That is a highlight. That is a snot bubble if I've seen one, I'll tell you. Oh, and the defense really just picking up and just killing the offense here.
They're smothering that running game. It's Truex that time who got in there first and made the play, but PV has just been completely unable to run the football.
Yeah, that was Jacob Ramstead going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, and they're sticking with it. I mean, they're like I said earlier, they're passing more than they want to, and now they're down 3 scores, so they're going to have to pass even more.
Well, looking at Zy down here, he had such a hit. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he might have hurt himself.
Little stinger, I think, if anything, but he's fine.
Oh, what a hit!
Wow. And today he looks like he's about 6'3". There's Hal, midline once again, and decides to keep it himself. And what a job the defense is doing, trying to strip the ball.
Yeah, and that's one of those where it's hard to
Logan Howell once again
give somebody credit for a tackle.
Oh, wow!
Truex in there along with Wes Gallegos. Wes went in more to get the ball out than to tackle, but we'll give Truex credit. He's going to bring up 3rd and 5, and I think if you're PV, you're starting to feel the urgency now.
3rd and 5 now from the 32. Clock is running under 5 minutes. And there's going to be a quick pass, and there's the whistles with the flag.
And it's typically on the offense. It'll make the conversion even tougher. A lot of conversation from the officiating crew on seemingly every call.
Well, you had an update. You said Artesia did win.
Another offsides on the Coyotes.
Another one, huh?
Yeah, Artesia did win.
51-7?
51-7 mercy rule at halftime.
Offside called against the defense. They'll mark that off to about the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers.
Still 22-7 in the third quarter in Deming. Sorry, in Berlin.
Midline again.
And that time they got some positive yardage as Quezada able to make the tackle, but not before a pretty decent game.
Coach, I'm absolutely fine with Piedra just running the ball. They're killing the clock.
Well, they're killing the clock, but they're the type of running team that can break those runs is the only thing I'm concerned about. But boy, they have not been able to tonight, as that one is going for a loss.
Jacob Ramstead once again.
And that was Noah Lynn that time to get the.
Well, Kelly, it looks like, and this is my observation from up here, it looks like Piedra Vista's kind of running out of gas a little bit.
Well, that offense has been on the field quite a bit for only having scored 7 points. The Coyotes did get the defensive touchdown, so, they've been on the field a lot, just not a whole lot to show for it. And that offensive line has been beat up by our defense.
Absolutely. Dropping back to pass is Hal once again. He's going to take a shot.
Boy, it looked like a hold on Truex, but no flag.
Great defense by Jeremiah Modriel.
Number 71.
Yeah, all three levels of the defense have just been outstanding. The defensive line has been punishing. The linebackers have that front seven, and then the secondary. They got the pick six. They've been all over the receivers. They did have the one penalty. Really, the only mistake that the secondary's made.
Isaac Loya about the 25-yard line. Is going to scoot back maybe at about the 22 or so. That's going to have some hang time. Is it returnable? Not even close.
Wow, that's way off the side of the foot. We'll have to see.
I think
they spot that.
Well, probably about the 25-yard line.
He's still back.
There's no sense of urgency from the Zebras there. They're just going to take their time to get that football.
All the way out to the 37?
It goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
You're right, 25. I'm watching the wrong official.
And with that kick, that's going to be good for another Coyote.
I thought the football was at the track by the time they were at the 25.
Well,
okay,
there it is.
That's
okay.
the 37.
Well, it's not another Coyote first down. It's just Coyotes will gain control from the punt at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 left hash, and here is the Coyotes. Fuentes, the junior quarterback. There's the toss.
Rice delivering the punishment on that one. Is going to pick up 3.
So 2nd and about 7.
Josiah Yahtzee on the tackle.
And that's fine. The Coyotes are going to get this drive, or they're going to get this clock down to the 4th quarter on this drive.
Speed option again. That's back in the day, the Bradley terminology, 119 speed option.
Marseille is bringing the truck.
And
brought down for number 20.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Mitchell.
Yeah, it's going to...
maybe 6, probably.
Yeah, they're going to call it 3rd and 6. I'm going to call it 3rd and 5. There's a quick pass there, too. That's L.J. Macias, and it's going to be in and out of the hands. And you know what? To be real honest with you, that wasn't Macias' fault there. Just the pass was underthrown on that.
Yeah, and even a perfect pass there, I'm not sure he can break 2 tackles there to get the yardage he needs. So we're going to see Zy Carrasco out to punt again. Zy's done a good job. This is the first 3 punts of his career at the varsity level. Anyway.
And, one of the things I like about this right here is Zy Carrasco's an exceptional athlete. He's only a sophomore, but he can also throw the ball. So you never know what's going to happen here on this situation with him. Look at the leg on that kid.
Yeah, that's a pretty good punt. And Quintero unable to get him initially, but he's not going anywhere.
I mean, going full blast and just misses him.
To the 33-yard line.
All right.
10 Panthers.
So Panthers will take over.
But at some point, we're going to have to start saying that they're running out of time. I mean, it's a 3-score lead. And
Coach, I do want to say something real quick. I know, during when we start paying bills and stuff, go to commercial. I do want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. You know, without the sponsors, you know, this doesn't happen. So
that's exactly right.
I'm just looking at the cameras right here. Trustmark Roofing, So Easy Sewing, Fergie's Plumbing.
Pretty good gain on first down there for the Panthers, and that's number 7, Jacob Ramstead.
Yeah, I do. You know, I'm really starting to like the screen a little bit too. It's just really nice to see. Be nice to be right here.
Yeah, it's good here though.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine.
Liking the setup. Here's the screen.
There's the replay. Oh, wow, what a hit it was again.
Little Melly.
Cheeto.
Little Cheeto.
Now is it? Are we having instant replay?
I haven't seen a replay up here.
No replay.
Everything's live up there. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Shotgun left now. And
tackle for loss.
Yeah, that's gosh darn. Defense for the Roswell Coyotes doing good. That's Jorge Chavez.
Boy. And now it's decision time.
Well, I think if you're a coach, Hal, I think you're going to have to. I mean, they're setting up for a punt. You know, sending the punting unit on the field, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised. You saw earlier in the game,
right?
That there was, you know, yeah.
First punt was a fake punt attempt, and
if the Panthers had any chance of winning this ball game, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if.
I mean, it's only
if there's a fake
3 yards to get,
or Logan Howell throws something downfield. No, they're going to go ahead and punt it.
And not a good one at all.
Not a good punt at all.
So the Coyotes will have great field position at about the 37, 38-yard line. No return. I mean, they can't afford to do this. I mean, if you're going to punt in this situation, you know, you better have the, you know, the players to be able to really change the field position. They hardly changed the field position there on that punt. And Coyotes are due again.
Segala Seabass going to the top there of your screen. Fuentes pistol formation. There's that toss once again. Christian Hernandez on his feet, and he's going to be close to the first down.
Yeah, depending on the spot, I think they're going to give it to him.
It will be a first down for the Coyotes.
You mean another Coyote first down?
Oh.
No, they're going to say second and short. No, they moved. The yard marker indicator is.
There's Christian Hernandez.
Oh, had one guy
to break, and he's off to the races. Boy, he has some jets on him, doesn't he?
He does, and we talked about it before. But no, not only is he fast, but he's a powerlifting state champion too.
Inside joke. That's all I have to say on that. So, all right, it's 26-7 now. Fuentes still a quarterback, and Christian Hernandez is going to gain positive yardage once again. Maybe one more. No, we're under that, so that's going to be the quarter. We're about 15 seconds, so that's going to be it.
Yeah, I doubt they'll get it. Well, they may try it.
They might, but let's see.
They just try to draw them off.
Yeah, it is going to be one more. Fuentes is going to gain a 1 or 2, and that's going to end the quarter. At the end of 3, Roswell Coyotes lead 26-7. We'll be right back.
Sales. Big O Sales.
You can count on Big O Tires for great service and even better deals. Come in now through October 9th and save between $70 and $100 instantly on select sets of Bridgestone and Firestone tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
26-7 is your score for the Roswell Coyotes. The number 2 ranked team in the state taking on the Piedra Vista Panthers, who are currently number 1 in 5A. And that is correct. The Roswell Coyotes turn the leading 26-7, about to start the fourth quarter. Coach McDonald, give me your thoughts, sir.
Well, I mean, what a performance by this team. I mean, offensively, defensively, special teams. I mean, they've just been tremendous in all three phases, every aspect of the game. You really can't point to anything negative at all. I mean, a couple of silly penalties, but other than that, boy, what a performance by these Coyotes. Got an update from Berlin. We're in the fourth quarter there, and the Got It Rockets lead the Berlin Eagles 38-7. So it looks like they will be able to handle that. Of course, Artesia already won. Mayfield is winning in a close one. Haven't got a score from them for a while. I'll try to find you one.
All right, it's going to be third down for the Coyotes, as now they're going to be going south to north. And now it's going to be Fuentes from pistol formation. In a little bit of trouble with Fuentes, and he's telling go, go, go. And wow, that kid just reads the field well.
He does. And he is zeroing in on LJ there. He throws to Weathersby just about 15 yards in from the, he's probably got a touchdown, but obviously he's on the run there.
Well, LJ Macias goes down the sideline, and if Manny just puts a little more air on that, I mean, just a little bit more.
And that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. It's going to be 4th and 7, so the Coyotes will go for it. Yes. Let's see if Fuentes can do some more magic here on an empty set here. Trips down to the bottom, Fuentes to the top. Fuentes dropping back to pass, and he will have completion. That's going to be to LJ Macias, first down, and that will be another Coyote first down.
Yeah. About a 7-yard completion we'll give him.
Now, Kyle's looking well, looking good. Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 26, 11:37 remaining. There is going to be a handoff to Sanchez. Sanchez on his feet, and will gain about 6 on the play. So plus 6-4. Bryce Sanchez.
Good for 5 yards. 2nd down at 5.
It's going to be 2nd and 4. And Fuentes, oh, wow, what a pass. And what a hit it was.
Yeah, Manny.
By number 82 there. And that's, wow, that is Jacob Schroeder.
And I'll tell you what, that's a second big hit.
It's actually Schrader, I suppose. Huh?
Yeah, well, with that U in there, that's a tough one.
Schroeder.
But second big hit he's put on.
Yeah. 3rd and 5. And there is Fuentes, pistol.
Well,
I thought that was going to be an inverted whistle.
Well, if you're going to blow it, because players
somebody
stopped. Hurt. You will get someone hurt that way.
Not real impressed with that.
Well, and, we said not much negative. There have been too many penalties in this game. And we're pretty much on both sides of the ball. By my count, that's 4 on the offense, 4 on the defense. And it's not a huge number, but it's something to work on. We do have a updated score. Mayfield 21, Deming 20 in the 4th quarter. Well, I was real interested in that game. See if Mayfield can.
And that's being played?
I believe in Deming.
Okay.
In fact, I'll look for you to be sure.
Okay, so it's 26-7 as we
at Deming.
Begin the 4th quarter, and here is Fuentes, empty set, dropping back to pass. And there is Estrada. And Estrada is going to be close to the first down. Let's see what the officials do here. I think from this angle it's going to be a first down. And I'm just kind of seeing.
13, taking the ball down to the 15-yard line, and that's going to be good for another.
So Estrada.
So it will be another first down for the Coyotes.
So Estrada has done a great job after the catch. Well, he had the great catch in the end zone for the touchdown, but great job after the catch there.
Yep.
to get that first down yardage.
All right, I wouldn't be surprised on the toss here. Bryce Sanchez on his feet and just does a good job.
Well, he just grinds out yards, Coach. I mean, it's just... And here's where it really hurts. When the Coyotes have the lead, the Coyotes have the ball, and just hand the ball to Bryce Sanchez, and he just punishes your defense for 4 or 5 yards every time he gets it. I mean, really, Coach Lynn could just keep handing it to him, they probably score. I don't know if he'll do that. You know, he likes to mix it up on offense, to be sure, but I mean, that's something Bryce is capable of.
Looks like L.J. Macias down here along with Sebastian Mendoza. 2nd down and 6. And there is a handoff. Bryce Sanchez running hard and brought down about the 5-yard line.
Close to a first down. I think he's going to have it.
Taking the ball down to about the 6-yard line.
So the Coyotes should have 4 opportunities to get into the end zone once again. But they're going to call it 3rd and 1.
I'm going to say it's short.
Okay.
I don't agree with that spot, but
speed option might be in the equation here.
Well, if Manny gets under center, he may just push ahead. Yeah, and there he goes.
Yeah. Well, and he's going to be in for the touchdown.
He gets a little help, and he does.
Touchdown, Coyotes. And Manny Fuentes from 6 yards out. And what can that guy can just do about everything so far, hasn't he?
He's been impressive. You know, there's good quarterbacks in this system, in this program. But when you look at a quarterback like Manny Fuentes. I mean,
so you're going to try to kick it, or you're going to go for a 2-point conversion? Let's go for the 2-point conversion.
I'm letting Manny practice, but they are going to go for 2 here. I mean, yeah, I'm not seeing our regular kicker back anytime soon.
Well, at least for a couple, 3 weeks is what I'm understanding, at least. There's going to be a flag on the play.
That's a delay. Let's see if this changes the thinking. Coach Lynn could have called a timeout there to save that, I believe. Different personnel. Going to send Seabass out or not?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for Seabass, and
you know, and it's kind of strange here. Usually you get a penalty here, you turn around and kick it, you know, but because we don't have our regular kicker out there, they are going to go ahead and attempt the 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, so they're going to go into an empty set. Trips to the top, twins to the bottom here. Fuentes dropping back to pass. He might just take it himself.
He's going to walk in.
And he will. And Fuentes.
Oh, they say he's out of bounds. Said he didn't get the ball across.
Oh.
Boy, takes out the pylon. Coach Lynn is not happy with that. But extra point, no good.
Well, Coach, let's take a break real quick. We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
So a 6-yard touchdown run by Manny Fuentes to make the score 32-7. The 2-point conversion failed, and there's controversy on that as Manny Fuentes touched the pylon, and the officials' back was turned once again, and they're saying that it was no good.
Yeah, well, live, I said he's going to walk in. They did get a good angle to him, but boy, it sure appeared that he got to the pylon, but
Well,
gonna say no.
Okay, it is what it is, I say. Squib kick once again.
Good job by.
Yes, you saw that.
Quintero there on the
hold it. Yeah. Held himself up. Make sure there was not a.
Yeah, that's what makes Nate such a great special team.
He's in the back, right?
Yeah, he knows his role, knows his job, and does it very well. He's good as a backup safety too, but he really helps his team the most in his special teams play on kick coverage. Another great job there.
Yeah, just smart football.
Yeah.
32-7, 8:43 remaining in this ball game. Hal, the quarterback, in trouble. And Hal's been in trouble for the majority of the game.
He has. It's been great defensive pressure by the front seven, and he did get some yardage there as Quezada forces him out of bounds. But, yeah, he's been running for his life. And
got an update. Eunice 50, Hagerman 0. Gateway 56, Floyd 6. And as you mentioned earlier, 28-27, Mayfield over Deming with 3 minutes in the fourth quarter.
There's a big gain from Howell. One of the bigger gains on the day for Piedra Vista, but Carrasco on the tackle.
Down at the 48. That'll be 1st and 10. Panthers.
Ooh.
Okay, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 48. 32-7, the score, 8 minutes and 31 seconds. And Howell's going to take it himself, and he will have a first down, and finally brought down. I do see Anaya, but he was not the initial Coyote.
It was Zy Carrasco again, but not before the big gain again. So there are a couple of backups in the game for the Roswell Coyotes. I didn't think I'd be saying that in this game, but
well,
and why not? It's a 4-score game with 8 minutes left.
Okay, there's Hal. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to be Caden George.
Yep. Backup linebacker or safety, I should say. Well, he might be in a linebacker. You can play both.
And then I saw Modriel.
Yeah, they're just.
Pass was incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
But they pretty much have to pass at this point. I mean, they got to start taking shots. If they want to run the football, we'll take that. They don't have time for 4 scores running the football.
There's another handoff. I mean,
keeper
not going anywhere. So they're just running time off the clock. There's not a sense of urgency.
There really isn't. I mean, they're snapping the ball. They're not, but look, they're huddling. I mean, they may just be kind of conceding it.
Well, and that's exactly what I was just about to say. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but I'm just very curious to know, I mean, you make the 8-hour trip to Roswell, and does that have a factor?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and it just, here's the thing that we were going to talk about. You know, in 2000, the Roswell Coyotes did play Piedra Vista in the state championship, and that game was in Piedra Vista in Farmington.
Right. So if they do meet again, then it's semifinals or later.
Correct. Matter of fact, I'll never forget Jack Sisko. He made me, we were down scouting, and I called the flip, and I lost. And boy, he was pissed.
Well, yeah.
He was pissed. Well, there's a run.
But again, the Coyotes will take that all day. They get running for a first down on 4th down. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. You're down 4 scores. You want to run the football?
Yeah, he was
every down.
He was upset, but it was a great state championship. So have that ring put up right there. It's really nice to see. 32-7. Hal is going to continue to run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down, and now we are under 7 minutes now. The student body down, and look at the student section, having a great time on homecoming. Oh, and there's going to be a score for Piedra Vista.
On the screen.
on the screen, so Piedra Vista gets up back on the board.
So, really, they're just going to kick the extra point here, or?
Well,
I can't tell. No?
It appears that they're going to go into a 2-point conversion opportunity.
No,
okay.
Yeah, they're just going for one here.
The clock continues to run there.
You don't need to go for 2 here.
Well, they're not going to have time.
No.
They're going to have a penalty.
Unless they hurry.
No, not going to happen. Again,
timeout.
Okay, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Get ready to get rowdy. The Eastern New Mexico State Fair and the Hondo Rodeo Company presents the Pecos Valley Stampede Ranch Rodeo. Friday and Saturday, October 7th and 8th, 6 p.m. at the Bob Crosby Arena. Featuring the best in stray gathering, wild cow milking, trailer loading, and muley roping. Best of all, the Pecos Valley Stampede Ranch Rodeo is free with paid admission to the fair. It all goes down October 7th and 8th during the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Log on to enmsf.com to learn more. Ad paid for through the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
All right, welcome back. 32-13 as the Piedra Vista Panthers get on the board. Once again, time clock, it just expired there, and they're going to have a penalty. They're going to kick the PAT.
Well, they called the timeout to avoid the penalty.
Did they end up calling? Yes,
Yeah.
they did. Okay, so they're going to kick it from the 10-yard line. There it is. PAT's up and good.
Kick up and good.
So now it'll be interesting to see. They did throw the football there at the end to score the touchdown, Art, but I mean, are they just going to kick this one away? Are they going to try an onside kick? I mean, there are 6+ minutes left in the football game.
Oh, there's plenty of football to be played. If I were Coach Howell, I would try to do the onside kick and try to make something happen.
I mean, you're still down 3 touchdowns.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of football to be played.
I mean, I think if you don't onside kick here, then you're conceding the football game. Well, we thought they were kind of conceding just by running the football. But,
right. Well, I still kind of want to know where my pin went.
Priorities.
Is this your pin?
That is my
Okay. I'm going to have to get that brand new pin on Tuesday from Miss Martinez there. 32-14 here at the Woo Bowl. And I tell you what, really, really beautiful night. Light breeze, less than 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, picked up a little here as the game's gone on, but not much breeze.
Northeast.
Temperature.
Yep.
Not quite hitting weather, but pretty dang nice.
Oh, October's coming, playoff time. Dodgers leading the way. Your Mets are going to be lucky.
Your Dodgers will be lucky if they don't have to play my Mets.
That's, I have to admit that. It's come playoff time. They never know what happens. So
the Mets are kind of stumbling into the playoffs, though. I'm a little bit concerned. Lost tonight to the Braves. They're back tied.
All right, there's that onside kick we talked about, and there's the hand team, and Piedra Vista might have it.
I believe they do. So really good onside kick because they made the Coyotes have to decide if they're going to go up and get it and try to jump on it, or if they're going to let it go the 10 yards. And that was...
I'm telling you this. I mean, I know the Coyotes are up 32-14, but I'm a little bit worried. This game's not over yet. Far from.
It's not over yet, but I have confidence in this defense, and this defense has all the starters back out there now.
Yep.
Come on, folks, let's up around. Here we go. Red defense. Let's finish this up.
All right, it's going to be Hal quarterback again. He's just going to keep it himself, and it's he's going to have another first down.
Tried to pop the ball out there, but did Wesley Gallegos, but not for first down yardage. And you're right, Coach, a lot of football to play. Now they're going to have to convert probably 2 more onside kicks to win the football game. But
I've seen a lot of things.
And score touchdowns in between.
Cannot take this team lightly. I mean, they're number 1 for a reason, right?
Correct.
So another running play for the Panthers. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 1, maybe 2 yards.
I think it's 2nd down. Second short.
Second, I beg your pardon, 2nd and 2. Okay, so we're approaching the 6-minute mark in this 4th quarter. Hal rolling out to his left. And I'm thinking Hal might be a little sore in the morning.
Well, he's had to do it all.
He has.
He hasn't handed the ball off as much as I saw on recent film. You know, he's used those kind of running back by committee. You know, he had Ramstead and Zach Moore, Dotson, and I'm not sure we've called his name much at all. Bryce Jocelyn, Montelongo, those guys all have big numbers this year. It's mostly just been the quarterback, Logan Howell.
So I'm trying to see who's calling the offense for Piedra Vista. I believe that's going to be Coach Worth, Kevin Worth. Longtime friend of mine. He's going to stay with it. This time the Panthers will go nowhere. Maybe, matter of fact, it might be a loss of 1.
Looks like they're going to give him progress
Are they?
To not have a tackle for loss, but a great defensive play there.
You're
led
right.
by Damian Quezada, who I have credited for 7 tackles for the game.
Okay, there's that handoff again. It's going to be a option.
And it'll get a couple, but Isaac Loya on the tackle on the outside there.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about, call it about 6 or 7. I'm going to say 7.
Yeah. Of course, it's obviously a 4-down situation here for Piedra Vista as they are down 3 scores. So we get to the 4.5-minute mark.
Okay, there's going to be that little screen possibly. He's in trouble. And that's going to be intentional grounding.
Should be. Flag does come in, but it seemed like the flag was coming in before. Holding is the call.
Holding on the Panthers. So they're going to say he was down before.
Maybe they're going to say he was in the grass because he did have him by the ankles.
Okay.
Before he chucked it out of bounds, but there was no receiver even on that side of the field. So if there hadn't been, I'm not sure why they don't call intentional grounding there as well, but because you can throw it away out of bounds, but there has to be a receiver,
right?
You know, in the same zip code, which there wasn't on that play. But it looks like they're going to accept the holding penalty.
I'm going to push him back a little bit.
I think you do that. I mean, there is a decision to be made there. You could go 4th and 7.
Yeah, bring them back a little bit. I mean, I think the defense has been playing exceptionally well tonight, so why not just bring them back a little bit and force Hell to throw the ball, get out of the pocket, because they're going to go in an empty set anyway. It's going to be Quaz down here to the bottom.
Well, and I'm bringing the pressure. I'm just going to man up these guys, and I'm bringing the pressure. Let's see what Coach Bolaños decides.
Let's see if he does that. I don't know if I would bring the pressure with 3rd down and 22, but
just rush 3.
I think.
No, they went with a spy.
Oh, it's going to be a 4th down now.
I like that too, because Hal's been so effective on the last drive and this drive, just running from the pocket, and so that time they just put the spy on him. I like that. So it does pay off, as now they have a 4th and 9 instead of the 4th and 7.
And got that kind of disguise cover up there. Let's see if they switch in here. Drop back to pass is Hal. And that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Another turnover for this defense.
Dax Behill.
It's their 2nd or 3rd turnover on downs to go with the interception. So
So it's going to bring up the Coyotes are going to gain control. It will be 1st and 10.
And not backed up too far.
Turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Yep.
It's still a turnover. And really, you know, Coyotes haven't had, well, the Coyotes had a turnover on downs, so they had one. So I believe it's 4-1. Coyotes with that advantage on the turnovers. It's hard to beat the Roswell Coyotes when you turn it over 4 times.
Right.
Hard to beat a lot of teams.
Without a doubt. Okay, so 1st and 10 now, and Fuentes still the quarterback. They're going to utilize Bryce Sanchez as he goes up the middle. Let some time go off the clock.
Yeah, yardage doesn't matter a whole lot. You'd like to move the sticks as Bryce is going to pick up 2.
Christian Hernandez on the carry. Short gain on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Oh, Christian Hernandez?
Christian Hernandez. I think it was Bryce Sanchez.
Okay. And the Coyotes will let the clock tick down. I assume they'll snap it with around
couple seconds.
Yeah, less than 5 or around 5. And as I said, you know, 2 yards is great, but 40 seconds off the clock is even better.
Well, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Run the time off the clock. You're up 32-14. There is Christian Hernandez.
He's going to get maybe 5. He's going to stay inbounds, as he should. And, of course, PV had to use the timeout on the extra point.
Right.
So, I mean, they're even limited in what they can do to stop the clock as we get under 3 minutes now.
Yeah, so Fuentes is going to trot out to the huddle, get his team organized. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 situation. We're under 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So let's see if the Coyotes can get another 1st down. This could seal it. And they do get another 1st down.
Bryce Sanchez.
Uh-oh, who's down now?
Offensive line. He's all right. He's getting up on his own. He's okay. It is Rico Lujan. So 8 yards and a 1st down for Bryce Sanchez, and he has done his job today. 17 carries for 87 yards. That total may increase here in the next 2:20.
All right, 1st and 10 now. The clock will continue.
Movement. And that.
We'll stop the clock.
Was that going to be a pass play?
Well, it looked like it was.
I mean, he threw it over to Estrada in the screen, but boy, even though the game is over,
right,
I'm not throwing the ball there and potentially stopping the clock. The clock will wind here, even though it's a penalty on the offense. So we're inside of 2 minutes.
Yep, 32-14. The Coyotes will win this ball game.
And I think take over the number 1 spot, at least in the coaches poll. They might take it over in both. Probably.
Not sure if that's going to be Bryce Sanchez or not. Let's see. I think it is.
It was.
Well, you know, again, as we were talking about, and here's the thing. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I do think the Roswell Coyotes will take over the 1 spot. Artesia, it's going to be between Roswell and Artesia. There is that possibility that Artesia will potentially, I'm not saying they're going to happen, but I think Artesia could possibly take over that 1 spot. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be Roswell, Artesia, Piedra Vista.
Or Roswell, Piedra Vista, Artesia.
And I think it could be the 4-5 is going to be between Goddard and Mayfield. I think it's going to be those top 5 still, but I think Roswell takes over 1.
Both Goddard and Mayfield on the road looking like they're going to get 2 touchdown wins.
Yeah. Well, Roswell High is going to win this ball game 32-14. They'll probably snap it one more time. They'll probably get in victory formation.
They do have to snap it one more time, but
And Fuentes is going to the huddle and say, hey, victory formation. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Have good sportsmanship. Be smart. Have a week off and get ready for the Artesia Bulldogs at the Bulldog Bowl. District begins.
Something.
Yes.
That's going to be something.
Well, they still want to go ahead and say, Bryce, let's go ahead and get a few more yards. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Coyotes do win 32-14. We're going to take a quick break, talk statistics, and then close this game out. We'll be right back.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company, but come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Coyotes defeat the number one ranked team in the state, the Piedra Vista Panthers, 32-14. Coach McDonald, let's close this out with some stats here.
All righty. We had two extra points kicked by Manny Fuentes. He had two other attempts. One was blocked, one was just missed, and they missed on two other two-point conversion tries. Zach Roscoe, 2 punts for a total of 76 yards. That's a 38-yard average. Pretty respectable there. Isaac Loya, 2 punt returns for a total of 46 yards. And 1 kickoff return from Nate Quintero for 5 Jeremiah Monreal did return another one for no yards. Defensively, Coyotes led by George Chavis with 8 total tackles, one of those for loss. Damian Quezada, 7 tackles. 4 from Zai Carrasco, including the big hit of the night. And then you had several Coyotes with 3. Adrian Anaya, Robert Truex, Wes Gallegos, Eli Lynn, Cheeto Lomeli. Chipping in with 2 was Nate Herrera, and then 1 tackle each for Jesus Gutierrez, Connor Nichols, Noah Lynn, which was a tackle for loss. And you had 1 sack in the game, and that was by Eli Lynn. And, of course, the pick 6 from Wes Gallegos, the interception returned for a touchdown of 27 yards. Offensively, Coyotes were led, of course, by Manny Fuentes, who went 17 for 25, just 165 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Jordan Weathersby, 4 catches for 34 yards. Giovanni Apodaca, 1 catch for 10. Sebastian Mendoza, 4 catches for 55 yards. He was the leading receiver tonight. Manny Segala, 1 catch for 10. Josh Estrada, 2 catches for 24 and a touchdown. Malachi Mitchell, 2 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown. And LJ Macias, 2 catches for a total of 11 yards. Running football tonight, Josh Estrada, 1 carry for 13 yards. Christian Hernandez, 6 carries for 28. Manny Fuentes, 10 carries for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Bryce Sanchez, 20 carries for 95 yards. And that's it.
Well, there you have it. Homecoming night. Coyotes win 32-14. The Piedra Vista Panthers will now go 6-1. Their next ball game will be October 14th at Miramaya. And for the Roswell Coyotes, they will now be 6-1 and will take on the Artesia Bulldogs on October 14th.
Right, in 2 weeks, not next week.
Yeah, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks.
Right, bye week.
Roswell High will have a bye week next week, and then October 14th, the Coyotes will travel to Artesia. It's hard to believe with just 3 games left in district play. We're going to sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, again, 32-14, Coyotes win big. Safe travels back to Farmington. And ladies and gentlemen, it's always great to be a Coyote. Good night.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by Bob Reed Pest Control, Trustmark Roofing, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Amigo Machinery, Central Valley Electric, Roswell Seed Company, Richland Motors, Big O Tires, Business Notions, Moffitt and Brown Dentistry, Zenith Security, E&MU Portales and E&MU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, So Easy Sewing, and Maze Lumber. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled program.
Moderate to exceptional drought conditions.
It's shaping up to be the worst